Hi there, my name is Fix Fox. Welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. All I have to say is that we are in a sticky situation. You can't give one of the most evil necromancers of all time, the Sandra the Necromancer, the Armor of the Damned, or the Cloak of the Undead King, and then expect for the world to be right. No, if we are going to stop this evil, this shadow of death from spreading across the land, we're going to need heroes. We're going to need dang good heroes, and they are going to have to combat fire with fire. They're going to have to find something even better to overthrow this menace. It's time. Let's dive into the continuation of the story here in Shadow of Death. Now, we have completed New Beginning, we have completed the Elixir of Life, Hack and Slash, Birth of the Barbarian, Rise of the Necromancer is now in the books, and now we are on to Unholy Alliance. Let's go. 4 heroes must uncover the plot brewing on the Avli-Dacian border and the Erathian-Dacian border. From there, they must find the Angelic Alliance, invade Dacia, and stop Sandro, the powerful lich who plans to conquer the world. This is a medium-sized map, and this is called Harvest. We are going to be playing as Yogg the Barbarian. Yogg must defeat the Necromancers, creating havoc in this part of Erathia to win. However, if Yogg is defeated in combat, the scenario is lost. Yogg is limited to level 30, but will carry on his skills, experience, and all that good stuff onto the next scenario. We're going to immediately put this on impossible difficulty because you know that we always do. We're going to have the choice between starting off with 40 of these goblins, 2 of the Cyclopes, or 4 of the Rocks. Offhand, I'm guessing that Rocks or Cyclopes are going to be about the 2 best options, but we're going to let the dice roll decide as always. The dice indicate to us we're going to take with a 3. A 3 is going to end up being, what is a 3 going to end up being? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's dive in.
A necromancer is at work here. Peasants all throughout this land are turning up as walking corpses. But no noble or lord has come forward to put a stop to this. I will take it upon myself to destroy this menace.
The worst looking zombies I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness. I mean, look, 1999 graphics, they didn't want to scare the children, right? Like, nobody wanted to scare the children, but that scared me as an adult. Oh, thank goodness for good animation. A few days ago, you heard a rumor about the Necromancers invading Erathia. Since you aren't doing anything more interesting, you are going to check out the rumors. Apparently, the Necromancers of Dacia have moved a great deal of their force into Erathia. Having a strong dislike of the undead and the Necromancer's black magic, you are going to lend your leadership abilities and drive them out of Erathia. We are starting off as the Yogg the Barbarian. Woot woot! Speciality of Cyclopes, which is pretty nice because now as a fully fledged barbarian, Yogg has renounced all magic. I think we can actually use a spellbook now, and he can absolutely use these Cyclopes to the best of his abilities, despite his magical aptitude as a genie. Wizards of Bracada, no worries there. Studied many years with those wizards, but he is often found reading texts of war rather than those on magic. The Duke of Krulod offered him a military command, allowing Yogg to happily use his knowledge of war. So, I did not build this hero. You, I believe, randomly roll these secondary skills for each of the 4 heroes that we're going to come across. And it's going to be expert pathfinding, expert ballistics, expert offense, expert tactics, artillery, logistics, estates, and first aid. Tell you what, the ones that I really like here are offense, logistics, pathfinding, I suppose, estates, not too bad. Kind of don't love the artillery. Don't love the first aid. This is not the Horn of the Abyss balance changes that come with this game, and I can always make do with the tactics and the ballistics. Overall, pretty good hero. 13 attack, 7 defense, 5 spell power, 5 knowledge. We start off here with the castle of Cragmore, it looks like. It looks like we can build it all the way up. There's nothing we cannot get. Nice to see that we already start off with a tavern. Being on impossible difficulty, it's not going to be too long until we're able to get a new hero. We're going to have 15 goblins waiting for us, 500 gold per day, and I kind of glossed over this, but we're going to have 2 stacks of these creatures. Where we sit people doesn't really matter. We're going to have the expert tactics, and that's going to help make sure that things go pretty well for us when this battle starts. So let's get started. We're going to go for this ore pit because it's right there. Treasure, of course, 1,500 gold. If there's any treasure that's immediately available to me, I think we're going to grab that in just one moment. Rather than pick up this one little bit of ore for myself or the scholar. I see the stables. That can be useful immediately. Can we get there on this new day, or should I go for this rally flag? Or really, if I can find an extra 1,000 gold, we're going to be in the best possible position. There's a campfire here. I don't think that's going to do it. This actually might do it. We can hit the stables, and then I'm almost positive, not for sure, but almost positive that we'll be able to reach this crypt. No, I thought that we were going to be able to reach the crypt, take the gold there, and then go from there. If I had known that we were going to be just shy, I might have done things a little bit differently. And so unfortunately, 1,500 gold, we'll pick that up on the next day. But with 1,500 gold, we might as well pick up anything. Tell you what, let's just grab this town hall next turn and then hope we can get a new hero as soon as possible. So 2,500 gold in the books. Let's see what we get here from the crypt. You tentatively approach the burial crypt of ancient warriors. Do you want to search the graves? Yes, I do. Although I just realized we're going to be surrounded here, so we ought to make sure that our positioning is most correct. I think I actually want it like this. There. Now let's give it a shot. Looks like it's going to be a glorious victory one way or the other. That's not really a surprise, but we do want to fight this fight just a little bit better. I sure hope so. Let's hope that the Cyclops with their 70 HP can actually take a whole host of this damage. Let's fight our way from front to back, because that just tends to work out best for me. We're going to use these individual goblins as countermeasures to try and slow down these opposing forces. For example, right here, these walking dead, they can't get into us, so we're going to ignore them for now. Let's keep everybody else alive as much as possible. Goblins are faster than skeletons because we are on a favorable terrain. And what to do with these orcs? Should we just simply back up? I think we shall. So let's wait one more turn. And let's take the best shot we can at these skeletons. Beautiful. Could not have gone any better. And then the rest of these forces are going to crowd into these walking dead like so. It's not going to be the prettiest fight you ever saw because I think I'm about to lose one wolf rider. No, we're going to skip here, take the retaliation on this one single goblin, and then the 20 goblins are going to go. They're going to kill, what, 3? 4 of these walking dead? Heck, this one goblin might even be able to get some good licks off. Almost. Not quite, but almost. And we don't have to worry about taking this turn once more. Retaliation, no problem. And then we're going to get out of this fight in just half of a moment. It's going to be a couple more instances of good quality damage here and here. And folks, the very slow walking dead have no chance in getting into us. Let's just make sure. Yep. Defend, attack. One goblin goes down, and then from here I'm just going to hit Q and end the battle. So 2 goblins goes down, much better than it could have been. That was 2,000 gold. So we're able to get a hero now and probably find just enough gold. I mean, just enough gold to move on from here. It's going to be the choice between Tarek, the battle mage, with the speciality of haste, or Nagash with 350 gold. Tell you what, I like the troops here. I don't mind Tarek as a battle mage. 350 gold extra is awesome. If you did not see the playthrough that me and my dad started up in the free-for-all map, then you missed out. It's a wonderful treat. It's still there on YouTube. You can go find it. It's lovely. My dad teaches me how to play Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and one of his strategies is to start off with these heroes that have 350 extra gold per day. I think that I'm going to take a page out of my dad's book, and I'm just going to know that 350 gold extra a day is going to pay off very, very quickly. And I have a choice. I can go right for the sawmill, but if I do, I feel obligated to then send Yogg to pick up this pile of gold. This might not even be 500 gold. Let's just check it out. It's 900 gold. That is going to be enough to get us for our next building. A part of me wanted to send Nagash up here rather than go south into the sawmill. And I wasn't sure if there was going to be gold up here or not. Looks like there is going to be gold. We're going to continue on the way. There's an extra 600. There's going to be an extra 1,500. And that's actually good because now that's going to be a third hero for us. There's no sense in waiting. Oh my goodness, you are kidding me. So we've got Nagash, who gives 350 gold per day, and Caitlyn now. Could we have asked for 2 better starting heroes? I submit to you that no, we could not. We're going to pick up the sawmill. We're going to pick up this wood, and I am cruising. I feel like I am on autopilot, having a great time with this. Well done to the good luck. We will take that. We've got pikemen. We've got a couple of other creatures. Let's make sure we got our single stacks going here. And then I see no reason why we ought not to fight through these pikemen to get into some of these extra troops here. Says it's going to be a pretty big loss. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Although early on these fights are going to go, they're going to be a little bit dicey just because we're going to have to do our best to make sure that we don't lose troops unnecessarily. Sometimes that's not as easy to do as you might think. I say sometimes, maybe most times it's not as easy to do as you might think. Here, I'm not sure what the Wolf Riders, I don't know where they're going to be best suited. Let's give this a shot like this. And let's just kind of see where this goes. Let's do a round of waiting. Let's not meet these enemies in the middle of the battlefield. And then let's start doing our skips. So it's going to be down to 12 here, here, here. Next round, plus the good morale. That's going to finish off those pikemen. We're going to wait one more turn. Not going to expect any good morale from these individuals. And it looks like the orcs are actually so slow that they cannot outweight these pikemen. So they're going to do half damage. Oh, there is the instance of good morale. Dang, that's going to cost us 3 of these goblins. Should we attack? 72 to 55 damage. We're going to lose a couple more goblins. I'll take it. That's going to be one more goblin that goes down there. And let's just swarm, baby. Time to just swarm. Ah, that was unfortunate. My word. And one of those differences between Heroes 3 and Heroes 2 that I sometimes forget about, in Heroes 2, you're only going to have neutral creatures with good morale if there's 2 different types of those same creatures. So it would be pikemen plus halberdiers. That equals good morale in Heroes 2. I always have to remember, because I always forget, between Heroes 2 and Heroes 3 what happens. Folks, that was a great day 2. And it cannot be overstated that we have 2,200 gold coming in a day. That is a nice start. I like that start. Let's do that again. We are not really exploring down this road. That could be the best thing for us, but we're not going to know until a little bit later. For now, I'm just heading up this road. It can never be a bad thing for you to try and go up the road. You're going to go further with your heroes than you otherwise would be able to. And generally maps are built around the roads. But for now, Yogg is kind of off-roading. Have you noticed? Standing on a small cliff and looking out, you see that the road splits further up. Beyond the split in the road, there is decaying trees, evidence of necromancer influence. This is not a good thing, says Nagash the Necromancer, and you set out to investigate the decay from a better vantage point. I mean, I guess you're right. I guess. Okay. Interesting. There's not 1, but 2 trading posts very, very close to the starting area. Huh. I don't know really what to make of that, but I'll take it. I think that we're going to have enough basic resources because we have wood and ore. We could either go for a hard economic start with the city hall, or we can hope that the extra 700 gold per day from these 2 heroes is going to do wonders for us. So tell you what, let's go for citadels, wolf pins, orc towers, those sorts of deals for extra troops with Yogg's high combat stats. That's going to be, I believe, the very best thing for us. Let's pick up this rally flag for the +1/+1, not to mention a little bit of extra movement points. Imp cash, that'll be good to go for. Mystical garden in just one moment. And Yogg, again, is not going on the road southernly. Should I go for a 3rd hero? Or rather a 4th hero? I don't think I ought to. It just doesn't feel like it'll be the very best thing for me. Marksman right now, if I had those rocks as my starting bonus, I think that they'd be a better fight to take. For now, I'm going to ignore them. It looks like this is a gold mine right here. That makes me think I'm in the wrong spot. So tell you what, we are going to send Yogg in this direction. Maybe Cyclope stockpile in week 2, week 3, but for now we're way overmatched there. We're just going to pick up what we need. I'm not going to worry about experience like learning stones. It's just not going to be worth it. University might be good for a secondary hero, but of course we are already full up on our secondary skills with Yogg. So it's all going to be gold for the moment. I will go through these halberdiers, and heck, we're going to take these followers. This is a pretty good pickup. Number 1, we're not going to have to fight them. And number 2, 25 halberdiers, those can get in the way of some other creatures that would do us some harm. Remember that we do have the artillery speciality, so even though it's 2,500 gold, I'm going to pick that up. I am going to pick up this first aid tent. Ammo cart, no, for 1,000 gold. Seems like it's a little bit rich for my blood, so we're not going to go in that direction at the moment. I think that the best way to path is this direction. Okay. And then, I don't know, do I continue up the road? Do I grab these gems? What's the likelihood that I'm going to need gems and go into Mage Guild levels? Probably pretty low. So for now, I'm going to ignore the gems, and I'm going to go back up for this gold, because gold is always going to be good for you. If it was crystal, you better believe I'd be there. It's not, so I won't worry about it. That's a pretty good decision-making process, I think. If it was my main resource, heck yeah, we'll do it. It's not, so we're not going to go in that direction. Okay, south looks like it's a little bit of a... Yeah, south? We'll send Caitlyn south pretty soon. Maybe Nagash. But it seems like this area and to the north is actually the two best starting areas for your primary hero, because everything to the north is kind of guarded a little bit, you can tell, and then to the south less so. More better for a scout. More better. It's more better. Can't you tell? I am a native English speaker, but sometimes you wouldn't believe it based off of the way that I talk. And that's not even anybody's fault. It's not the teachers I had in my schooling. It's not the fault of my parents. It's just simply that I picked up some bad habits in the way that I speak. And for better or for worse, it is what it is. How many times have you heard me say that it is what it is? The reason why I say that is because simply saying it is what it is much cheaper than going to therapy. Okay, so we got the Scholar, we've got Cragmore. I don't know. It's probably going to be like a +1 to your primary stats. I guess I'll go out of my way to pick this up real quick. +1 defense skill. And pretty quick. Ogre Fort's going to be a little bit too far away. Marketplace is never going to be a bad pickup. We're too far away from the cliff nest, so yeah, let's go for the marketplace. We got plenty of gold. That's not the issue. I think it's gonna be time. Yeah, I think it's time to get another hero. It's gonna be Tarek. If for no other reason, then it's gonna be free troops. That's gonna be worthwhile. Is there a chance I'm gonna get this mage guild for Yogg? Probably. So I'm gonna go out of my way like this, send these troops all over, and then I'm going to have Tarek go to the south and scout. I know Nagash was kind of headed in that direction, but he's going to be one day late, and I've got so much gold that it doesn't hurt my feelings too bad to do this. So it's going to be 5 ore there, 5 crystal there. We've picked up 2-3 clumps of crystal. We are not too bad with getting behemoth layers. In fact, let's pick up the cliff nest now, because obviously, and then let's do our absolute best to get ourselves into one of these trading posts. There's one available right there. We can get there on the new day. Let's have Caitlin do that. And then let's have Yogg go north. We're not going to stop into Cragmore. Yeah, I thought that I might stop in for a mage guild, but now I'm not going to do that. And the reason is because I don't think it's necessary. I think that we'd prefer to press in and try and get the behemoth crag. What are we going to need for that? I know it's 10 crystal, 10 wood, 10 ore. Okay, so we have a little patch of ore right here. Let's go for that. That'll help probably the most, more than anything. Do we go out of our way just to defeat these creatures real quick? We'll pick this up in a moment. Let's just go out. We'll take the pikemen. Okay, so first of all, we are friends to the halberdiers, and now we are friends to the pikemen. Good, good, very good. And we're going to grab, it's going to be 5 ore. That's still going to be better than nothing. +1 of the knowledge. And I'm going to go through this pack of monks. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot, I fear. But it's a Redwood Observatory. How many is a pack? Less than 9? We'll kill them. It'll be fine. 34. Ooh, that's more than I thought it would be. Oh, wait. How much is a pack? Several is up to 9, and then a pack is 9 to 19. Nice. Good job, Fix Box. Okay, great. I wish I had that haste now. Tarek would actually be fantastic for this moment. I think if I put the halberdiers right here, they might actually be able to reach. Just not quite. Yeah, not quite. What a shame. What a shame. How about the wolves here? Are they going to be able to reach if I stick them right here? No, they're not. So it's going to be 2 turns anyway. If I stick everybody basically like just one back, then I still am not going to take, I'm not going to take full damage anyway. But I'm still going to, I'm going to take a beating. It can't be helped, can't be stopped. We're going to send this one goblin up. Maybe he's going to take more attention, as are these pikemen, because they're just the closest troops. Maybe they're going to take more of this onslaught. Let's see here. There's one. Nope. The enemies have decided to just obliterate us. Halberdiers, maybe the enemies are going to focus them. Nope, it's just goblins. Okay, fine, whatever. Somehow, though, my clever positioning actually did save us a couple of goblins, as you can see. The reason being is because the goblins weren't immediately in range for full damage. So, it seems dumb, but it worked. It doesn't have to do anything but work. Just work, baby, just work. Okay. At this point, more ore, it's going to be necessary. but it's too far away from us for now. Let's see what Tarek can find along the road. If he can find any amount of ore, that's going to be helpful. There's wood, there's a little bit of sulfur, free gems. We'll take one more step just to make sure that there's nothing there, and then we're going to continue on our way here on this new day. And we see for the first time brown. That Redwood Observatory did help us get a pretty good understanding of where our enemies are. It's going to be Aislinn. Everybody loves to get meteor showered to death. I know that that's my favorite thing to have happen to me in my life. More crystal. Hold on. No, we have 21 crystal. We got plenty of crystal. And there's this Tormina. Ooh, ore mine, ore pit. Lovely, lovely. We might not even have to trade. Did that get us what we needed? It did. So it's going to be a week 1 Behemoth Crag, which is pretty okay. Even at the cost of not getting the Citadel, I'm just happy to get one additional Behemoth. Again, for Yogg, that's going to help him take out maybe even champions, maybe some of these other creatures. Royal Griffins, yeah, for sure. So let's be smart about where we go now. It's probably best that we are ready to go with all the creatures we have in tow. We're going to wait on this rally flag until we're heading out. Somebody else is going to go get that goblin hut. Couldn't have been my fault to mistakenly not go through it. And then maybe on day 1, what we're going to do is we will possibly, no guarantees, we will possibly get a mage guild, so that way we have some amount of spells as we head out. Caitlin's going to be ready to go. She's going to grab some free stuff. And then it looks like we're going to have Nagash, who's ready to pick up these goblins and so on and so forth. In some Heroes games, if you're sitting on the dwelling, you can't just hit spacebar and re-interact with it. I forget which Heroes it was, but if you don't step off of the dwelling, it doesn't regenerate for that week. This is the problem with FixFox playing so many different Heroes games at any given moment, is that I forget which is which. And then that costs me, because in that instance, I'm like, well, is it better for me to stay here and hit spacebar? In this case, it is, but I vaguely remember that one of the versions of Heroes Might and Magic, that's actually the worst thing you can do. So I don't want to be incorrect, and I don't want to lead other people astray. Like for here, maybe I would have been better off to just sit on these goblins. Then again, maybe not. Maybe the gold is going to be helpful for 1,000 gold right here. We've already got this rally flag. There's ore. There's treasure up in a moment. And we're going in this direction. It's going to help us make a good decision in just a moment. 1,000 gold here. Sulfur and more gold. Oh no, did I just lose Tarek? As you approach the town, you notice that the people are in rather good spirits. Wondering why this is, you question a peasant in the area. He explains, "Why, sir, it is because you are here to rescue us. Not only that, in my sister's town there is another barbarian helping them out against the necromancers. This means Erathia and Krulod may be making peace, right?" You just nod and wander away, not wanting to dash his hopes. But you do make a mental note to check out the other barbarian who is having trouble with the necromancers as well. I think that we ought to all just be friends, don't you? Looks like this is going to be Tormina with the Ogre Magi, Cyclopes, and the Thunderbirds. So pretty good pickup there if we're able to get them. 500 gold from this Mystic Garden, and folks, it's going to be about 10k gold is what we're going to hope is going to purchase all these troops for us. No upgrades at the moment. Let's focus on the rocks first, and then the orcs, and then from there, I don't know. We don't really have a lot of resources left. Tell you what, let's just pick up the Hall of Valhalla. Hobgoblins are really good. Hobgoblins are really good. Likewise, we could get that Mage Guild if we wanted to trade for the resources. Tell you what, Hobgoblins are just really, really good. And so this upgrade, it's not that costly. It's going to be fine. And why do I mean that they're that good? Well, I think of it in this terms. For an extra 10 gold, you go from 5 speed up to 7 speed. With the tactics, that's all of a sudden going to mean that we can get these goblins across the battlefield in one go. And in fact, that makes me wonder if I ought to just leave one of these stacks behind just as defenders. 1 to 3 damage, 2 to 3 damage, 10 HP either way. Tell you what, let's just use these guys as a meat shield, and we'll use the hobgoblins as like some speed buddies just in case we need to break off some single stacks. Are the wolf riders even that good right now? Probably not. I think you'd rather have the flexibility of doing single stacks or like splitting the rocks. I think that you'd prefer to have just that flexibility more than anything. By the way, I'm going to have my single stack up top just so that way they can potentially take a retaliation for me before somebody else has to take it. And with that, we're going to call it a day where we head on, and I think that this is an automatic for me. First off, the imp cache is going to be useful for us. We need the rally flag because it's right there. And then we're going to pick up this gold mine. Extra 1,000 gold per day is going to be very, very nice. I'm going to accept these losses for 1,000 gold and the 2 mercury. I'm happy for everything that just transpired there. One more single stack. Ah, you see that single stack helped. Single stack really did help. Now, where are these necromancers going? Tough to say. By the way, it's a pack of crusaders. They want to run. I don't need the experience. I am going to not pursue them. Just here for my gold, my guy. Just here for the gold. +1 knowledge from the scholar. Nice to have. And then I haven't mentioned it yet, but it's not been lost upon me that we have a little bit of a unique threat. And that threat is to the north. To the very east of our position, but to the north of where Nagash is. This Monolith 2-way. We've really got to get this light blue border gate as soon as we can. I want to be able to go through there. If the enemies just come piling out of there for free and we have no recourse, I'll feel pretty bad. I'll feel pretty dumb in general. I just want to avoid that as much as possible. It's one of the few gripes I really have about Heroes of Might and Magic 4. And don't get me wrong, I love Heroes of Might and Magic 4. If it's your favorite in the series, trust me, it's one of my all-time favorites. The storytelling is fantastic. But one of the bad things about the game being somewhat rushed in the way that they did their development cycle is that Heroes 4, it felt like, got the short end of the stick when it came to some designs for the levels. And maybe here's what I mean most of all. There was many instances where you had a Monolith 1-way or a 2-way hidden behind this light blue border gate, and then the enemy could stream in through your castle at will, and you were just at their mercy. Eventually you had to go from all defense all the time into pushing forward and taking their castle. Basically, you always had to force a castle trade. That's the way it felt like to me. Possible that I could have been making a mistake and just not known any better, but in general, it was not my favorite thing. Truly, it was not. We are close to the Sables. It's day 3, though. I probably should have got that on day 1. For 6,000 gold, is it worth it for me to go back? It'll be a mage guild, and that could maybe... I can't upgrade any other forces here. I could get the Hall of Valhalla for the +1 attack. Let's go back. It's going to be 5,000 gold. And that's going to pick up the rest of the hobgoblins and then these wolves. Do I stick with this strategy or do I bring the troops? I'll bring the troops, and if I need to, I'll just sacrifice the pikemen. The slow pikemen will be the ones that just get swallowed up by these champions that I think I'm about to fight. But I digress. The issue I have is that if you are Behemoth Crag, we really need that. If you are going to have this mechanic, that puts me in a tough position because I could always be in danger of losing Cragmore, and if I'm in danger of that, nothing else makes sense. Nothing else feels good. I never picked up my spellbook, did I? That was one of the reasons why we came back, everybody. Come on. That's why we came there. Oh well, we'll pick up this Dwarven Treasury. Maybe we're going to get something really nice in the refugee camp. We've already been exceedingly lucky in this scenario. Like, our gold is doing fantastic because of the help we've gotten from our other heroes. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all to say that we've already been very, very lucky, but maybe we can get exceptionally lucky with the refugee camp. Folks, we are looking for Gundula. Ooga-Shaka, Ooga-Ooga, Ooga-Shaka, Ooga-Ooga. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. Yeah, you did not know that that song was actually about Gundula. But something about Gundula and Ooga-Shaka, they just go hand in hand. What can I say? Kingdom Army Strength, it's definitely Tan. Tan is definitely better than us, at the moment anyway. We do have our Behemoths. They've got the Black Knights. We're the better hero. I mean, I want to push tempo because I'm going to assume that they're getting stronger faster than I'm getting stronger, and we are opting out of Tormina. Maybe that's a mistake. There's a lot up here that we can grab. It's not going to be bad. It's just, I feel like I'm being very ineffective with my turns at the moment. It will be nice to pick up... Whoa, I thought I could grab that for a second. It'll be nice to pick up things like the Ogre Hut, Ogre Stockade, Ogre Fort. We're going to grab that in a moment or two. That'll help, but I don't know. This feels like we have much to do and very little time to do it. We're about to pick up an extra 2,000 gold per day, but 2,000 gold a day with nothing to spend it on. It's not my favorite. Let's wait here for a moment because I know I sent Caitlin out of just a second ago, but I do want Caitlin to ultimately be the one to help me make these fights go better by sparing my movement points for other things. I think that this is correct for this Dwarven Treasury. We have found the Dwarven Treasury. Do you wish to attack the guards? Yes, I do. I'm not going to fight that fight. 3 hobgoblins sacrificed for the good of the realm. That's what they're there for. We're probably going to take more losses from the monks unless they run. And then same with the royal griffins. I just don't want to take losses. If I don't have to take losses, why should I? Well, Fix Fox, don't you need experience? I don't think I really do. I really don't think I need the experience. Yogg is already pretty darn tough. He can get 5 additional levels. He's going to get a ton of experience when he fights enemies. I don't think I need to scrimp and save for every little bite here. So if I'm wrong, so sue me. But for now, I think I'm fine. Zealots guard the pass. Zealots guard the pass. Griffins guard the pass. Definitely got to get this Behemoth Crag as soon as possible. Okay, City Hall now here on day 5. Day 6, day 7 is going to hopefully be a little bit more in the realm of grabbing other things like citadels, castles, those sorts of things. And then I think we head south. I think we hope that we get lucky with these refugee camps and we just kind of go from there. Let's have Tarek hang out at the Swan Pond. It's one of my least favorite types of adventure map locations because you lose all your movement points for the +2 luck in battle. It's great if it's the final thing that you did that day, but most of the times it just feels bad because it feels like I'm wasting my movement and I don't like it. I do not. We mentioned just a moment ago that we got so much gold. These refugee camps with these 2 heroes, my dad would be very upset if I did not pick up these free troops, if not only to have them, but also to use them as a meat shield for other troops later. So Dad, this one's for you. 17 of the wolves, 1 of the rocks. That feels like a little bit much. Once again, we're going to try and use our clever positioning. And let's hope, oh boy, let's hope against hope that these champions don't get the good morale. Because I would just hate to lose any forces here when my forces are already so overwhelming. We'll see, though. We'll see. Let's just start combat now. Whew. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm going to skip here. Skip here. I don't think that the behemoths with 160 HP, I don't think that we're going to lose any of them on this retaliation. And now the walls cave in for these poor gentlemen here. No problems. And we'll send another hero, Caitlin, up there in just a moment. So she's got those 2 diamond golems in tow. And then let's grab archers real quick. They want to run, we'll let them. But I do want this glyph of gallantry. And we'll see about this Seer's Hut. Maybe I've already got whatever they want me to have. So for now, I'm just going to sit and wait. Nagash is just worth gold. Tarek is probably going to be the hero that's there for the resupply in just a moment. It's day 6. So let's do this. Here. For the castle. Or the citadel, rather, and then the castle in just one more moment. We haven't really breached into the dirt area. There's Gundula, but I think that we can beat her right now. I just think that my stats are too good. I don't think that she can stop me. Let's see. Tarek is going to just sit and chill. Just hang out. Who's faster? 5 speed? 5 speed? I know who's definitely faster now. And so he's going to have top movement points for next turn. Is it worth it to get ogres right now? Yeah, I could trade for the ore and get extra growth there. What's the likelihood that I can do that, though? I've got this trading post here, 25 crystal, 31 gems. I think that that's the play. Yeah, feels always bad to trade precious resources for non-precious resources, but that'll increase our numbers by a bit, so I'm happy for that. We'll take that. And then let's make sure that Caitlin's actually ready to help this handoff go very, very well. I'm not sure exactly how far Tarek can get. Let's see. He's going to get, wow, way further than I thought. He's going to go to there. So we're going to do it like this. Be ready to go and save Yogg in just a moment. And he's going to start looking for the buckler of the Gnoll King. I've spent my life buying, selling, and collecting artifacts, but lately I've been spending so much money acquiring new pieces, I can hardly turn a profit. I think I might be able to start mass producing artifacts, but I've got to have one first to copy. If you could bring me the Buckler of the Gnoll King, I will reward your efforts. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind. And then I'm in a little bit of a bind. I don't really want to go up in this direction yet because I don't know what's up here. It could be good, could be bad. I don't know. We're just slowly walking up here, pack of monks. Guarding a Coliseum. Okay, I'm happy to go do that real quick. So the monks want to run. I'm not going to fight them. Don't want to take the losses. And this is going to be for either the attack or the defense. So we've already got the offensive skill. Which is better, attack or defense? In general, I've subscribed to the theory that defense is better because eventually you will get hit. And when you do, it's nice to mitigate losses. But we do have the tactics. And so there's a greater likelihood that we can make fights go the way we want them to. And so for that reason, I'm actually going to take the +2 attack. We enter into the arena and face a pack of vicious lions. You handily defeat them to the wild cheers of the crowd. Impressed by your skill, the aged trainer of gladiators agrees to train you in +2 attack. Fix Fox. Read it right. my kid. Oh, he's so wonderful. I love my kid. And one of my favorite things that he says is he's like, Dad, do it right. Because sometimes he knows that I'm not doing justice to whatever book we're reading. And that makes me laugh. And that makes me so very happy that my kid understands that, like, no, man, just because I'm going off script doesn't mean I don't care about you, because I do care about you and I care about the story. But thanks for keeping me on track, kiddo. Anyway. We just did something that I think that everybody is noticing. I did not purchase all my troops. I got the capital instead. I think that we're going to be able to clear out everything up here, like now. And so I don't need to wait because I got to come out of this little area. This area is not going to lead me into the dirt. So I'm going to clear all this out and then I'm going to head back south. So I got time before Yogg actually is in a pickle, before he's wishing that he had troops, because we can fight all these fights. We're going to win all these fights anyway. It's not going to be a purchase there at the moment, though. It's going to be Griffins. Griffins want to attack me? Really? Man, these 20 Griffins are like... Okay. I did not think the Griffins would want to attack me, especially just 20. Then again, we did see in the previous playthrough how much I underestimated Griffins at the Griffin Conservatory. I think that I've actually seen somebody... I don't know who they are... Oh, I should know. Maybe I should go look. I'm gonna go look because I want to give them credit because I've seen their stuff and I've watched pretty much all of them. But Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Tier 3 creatures fight. Is that gonna get me there? It's not going to get me to the one that I've been seeing a lot, but there's been some videos I'll occasionally watch, and you're just putting all of the different Heroes of Might and Magic units against each other to see which one is the best. Royal Griffins are just that good. Just in case you're wondering, Royal Griffins are just that good. The best Tier 3 unit? I mean, they beat each other up pretty good, so... Anyway, wait. That was not what I intended, but that happened. Okay, good to know. We're almost going to take out one full stack there. Let's just do our defense. And here comes the Griffins. Caca! Oof. Alright, and from here it's easy peasy. I'm going to wait. Attack. 9. And that's not me saying no. That's just me saying 9. Because that's how many goblins I lost. Okay, you get it. You get it. I don't gotta... I already sang once. I'm not going to start singing Rammstein. 9. Okay, I'm embarrassed. Sorry, I should be better. If you're gonna sing a song, you have to commit to it. That's one of my favorite things about karaoke. I've mentioned before, I'm the kind of person that I love karaoke because there's a part of me that loves to like just hang out with people and get to sing and go wild and crazy, especially because it's kind of like you're hoping that everybody can do super well. Nobody is hoping that everybody around them at karaoke night is horrible. Everybody is hoping the very, very best for every other person, right? Like, we all want to see, if you're going to go up and do karaoke, we all want you to win. We're all rooting for you, kid. Sometimes that doesn't happen, but if you're going to do good at karaoke, it's not nearly so much a matter of being a good singer. It's much more about being willing to put yourself out there and just do whatever vocals it takes. So for practice, I highly recommend that everybody here goes out and gives it a try singing Chop Suey, the song from System of a Down. You know, the new metal band from 2002. Yeah. Go out there and sing Chop Suey, because you can't sing the song without screaming. And if you're screaming, you're probably doing karaoke right, because the only wrong way to do karaoke is quietly. Mezzo piano, it's not the way to do karaoke. Forte, that's the way to do karaoke. All right, we are close to making some upgrades here. Ogre Fort is really kind of last on my list, especially because there is this Tormina down here. So I'm not going to go for the Ogre Fort. They're not bad units. I just got better things I can do with my time, I think. And that includes waiting on my resources. Maybe the mess hall, just because it's mostly free. But have we forgotten that at this point in month 1, week 3, day 5, that we've gotten 750 extra gold per day? Like, we've been doing just fine. Our gold has been looking sweet. Fantastic. Excellent, if I do say so myself. So I'm to the point where I feel like the gold works, the troops work. The only thing that doesn't work right now is making sure we have all of our purchases where we need them to be. And making sure that we don't take these Cyclopes, or do take these Cyclopes. This is a pretty ferocious army. Halberdiers for the speed, for the 5 speed. Oh, and let's get the rest of these wolves. I have too many movement points to just sit here. Mage Guild, Spellbook, Haste, good. Okay, we got what we need. And so I'm going to head south. I don't have time to wait. And it's day 5, so I can even make a little bit of use of this stable before the end of the week. We'll grab the resources there. I missed that goblin hut a day or two ago. I think I missed this one this week as well. There's 15 goblins there. Tarek needs to go up to this refugee camp. It's going to be manticores, sure, why not? And some free stuff up here. Oh, I never did defeat these imps. I should be able to defeat imps with this, right? I don't want to lose 350 gold per day, but the 2 diamond golems and the ogres, I think I could beat that fight. Definitely if I send these troops up, though. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll send these troops up, and then hopefully we'll send some troops down to help support our friend Yogg, so that way he doesn't have to use his own movement points in order to defeat our enemies. Okay. Here and here. This might feel a little bit useless, but I still don't know what the margins for victory are going to be in this map. It could be big, it could be small. We could lose 78 goblins for nothing. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious, what just happened? Okay, their Cyclopes are going to go before my wolves and before these halberdiers. I think that a haste on the behemoths is actually maybe the best thing. 6 speed, 6 speed. I think that the haste is going to be pretty useful on these behemoths, just to navigate this turn order a little bit. And then we're going to go like this, because these halberdiers can go over here. Let's see, it's going to be top stack, bottom stack. So this stack is going to go, then this stack is going to go. So let's step on those 2 stacks first. Okay, really good that we didn't actually kill one full grouping there. And we're going to attack here. Oh, good, good. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, great. Fantastico. Excelente. Muy caliente. Which is American for super... It's not American. It's American for super spicy. Muy caliente? Senor, please. Don't insult me like that. I'm sorry to every Hispanic person out there, or anybody that just speaks Spanish. Any kind of Spanish. Mexico Spanish or Spain Spanish. Sorry, my apologies. No offense meant. When it happens, not if offense happens, but when it happens, just know that sometimes FixFox is a little bit of an idiot. He means well, but he will occasionally say dumb stuff. And when I do, I just hope that you'll forgive me. I don't think we fought this fight any better. It felt like we did. Oh well. We still got the 10 goblins there. They're going to help this go pretty well. I'm going to need to purchase another hero. We've got the gold. Let's just send somebody out there. Let's do it like this. And let's see. Gurnison already has the blitz. Clavius it is. Is that normal? Is it normal that we have 3 heroes with plus 350 gold per day? It feels like a lot. It feels like more than I have any business enjoying. So, I mean, I'll take it. Don't get me wrong, but it seems like a lot. Gems, I don't really need. Secondary here is going to grab that, but I do want this Behemoth Crag more than anything else. Oh, Buckler of the Gnoll King. We've actually got that down there too. I wonder if it's going to be just pure stats that we get for returning that, or if it's going to be something else. I don't know the answer, but I really would like to know. Hobgoblins are going to step out in front. Make sure your 2 hex creatures are away from these fiends. Like so. And 6 speed, but the wolves are actually closer to the top. So I think that this is gonna be the best thing for me. Let's sit like this. Thunderbirds are gonna get their turn where they want to. I could cast slow rather than the haste. I got 58 spell points. Let's do that. Let's do a haste right off the bat, and then we'll just wait. Looks like these creatures are all gonna come like an intercontinental ballistic missile aimed straight for us, which I support them in that decision. I get it. I get it. I'm not anybody's favorite person, except for my dear sweet wife. I think that she likes me. Yeah, I think she likes me. So other than her though, I get it. Like, I understand. Sometimes you just got to admit that these enemies that we're trying to deal with here, they just want to see you die. There's sometimes just haters in life, and you just have to deal with it. Can I tell you something interesting? I haven't said this before, but I'm feeling a little bit extra frisky today. Can you tell? There's been somebody, I don't know who it is, and I don't want to say I don't care because I'm mentioning it on camera, and so I must care a little bit. Somebody is a serial thumb downer. I keep track of the YouTube stats just because it's fun to do, and like never do I get a lot of negative thumbs. Like, I'll get one negative thumb here or there, like a dislike, and it's fine. Does not hurt my feelings. Does not hurt my feelings. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and sometimes I say stuff that I understand that, yeah, that's worth a thumb down. I get it. But occasionally I'll be checking out the stats, and you'll see that somebody went through the effort of going through every playlist and down thumbing every single video. Like, at that point, who are you? Who are you, and why do you hate me so much? Why do you hate me enough to go through and thumb down every video once? That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like, you wake up and all of a sudden every single video's got 1 additional thumbs down. I don't get it. I don't get it, but it's happened, and I see you. Congratulations. Well done. You got a response. I probably shouldn't feed the trolls, but it happened. So I am baffled, but I respect you in your efforts to do what makes you happy, I guess. Okay. With that being said, I really don't catch a lot of flack or I don't catch a lot of grief when it comes to that. It just doesn't hurt my feelings that bad. Tell you what, I've mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. I'm just grateful that I get to be here because I have so very, very much fun with making these videos. I have so much fun being a part of the Heroes community. I gotta tell you though, I'm very much looking forward to being involved with Olden Era when it comes out. I've decided that I am gonna take a week off of work. Yep, sounds crazy, but I'm gonna take 1 full week off of work just so that way I can enjoy the game. That way I can get to know everything that I need to know about the game. Sounds crazy, but I figure if I am at the forefront of Olden Era for that very first week, then I'll be able to help, like, I'll be able to figure out what's going on. And then I don't think that the meta will, like, pass me by. Maybe I even, like, help the meta get off the ground for something new and special. I don't know, but that's kind of my hope anyway. So we will see if that's helpful or useful or what. But that's just my plan. And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to hope that Caitlyn doesn't lose this fight, because for some reason she is just all over the place here. I don't know if you noticed, but somehow we're almost going to lose this fight if we're not careful. It looks like these imps are about to come on down. Did they skip? They might have skipped. 5 speed? Okay. Let's just back off. Play it smart. Imp caches are not supposed to be particularly tough, but right now, not loving this because I saw the losses and it looked pretty ugly. 1 ogre goes down. It's a lot of damage when you stop and think about it. What's the best way of doing this? Goblins are going to have to attack this stack. Ogres can't quite reach there. They could they could take a cure. How about we do this? Let's attack top stack here. Let's then attack here. We know the ogres can't really get in anyway, so they're just going to help this section there. Perfect. With this bottom stack going, the golems can engage with this force. We're going to lose 1 manticore here. We do. And sweet, everybody got to attack. Could not have asked for any better there. I don't think I'm gonna be at risk of losing a manticore here. Could be. Could be. Yeah, this big stack of 40 is gonna go. Nah, but they're gonna go for the goblins. So at this point, the battle's won. I'm gonna attack this big stack one more time because I don't care about getting attacked by the 2s and the 8s. And then we're just gonna get out of this fight. So no problems. 31 goblins. It turned out. I just feel bad for how rough that fight ended up being. I'm going to have Caitlyn stay here. Nagash's job is going to be to go back to the refugee camp because last time it got us manticores. And then we'll see what else abounds in the near future. Clavius has got all this taken care of. So yeah, so Tarek's going to go south. He's going to help me get additional troops. 37 wood. Okay, it's day 7. Let's pick up the ogres. We've already got a dwelling up north. That'll be very useful. It really will be. So I don't love this decision because I do want the wood so I can get Terminus up and running. But for now, we'll take this. We'll take this. Oh, and we have seen problems. That's not good. We got problems. We got trouble, folks. But we've also got a nice opportunity for us. So here's what we're looking at. If we beat the pack of zealots, we're gonna get the black shard of the dead knight. That's gonna fit perfectly for the additional attack skill. It looks like this hero is Gundula. They're on their way. I can get these troops out of my main castle and I can get them on over to Yogg. But what I'd really like to do is avoid just having to evacuate my forces. What I'd really like to do is get these 6 behemoths upgraded. That's my big hope there. I don't think I can defend against Gundula. A pack of the liches, pack of the whites, lots of the vampires, several of the black knights, a few of the bone dragons, several of the vampire lords. That's a lot of vampire lords. Do I got 1 week's or 2 weeks growth here? It looks like, tell you what, let's go for the behemoths now. I didn't realize how much gold that was. Whoops. We really needed that gold for later. Okay, that just happened. Yeah, priorities, man. You got 3 heroes that give you 350 gold per day, and somehow you're still messing this up. Oh. I mean, I suppose I could hope that Gundula doesn't attack me. If Gundula takes this castle, which I think they're going to go up the road, grab the rally flag, and then I'm just going to be in trouble. And if they do that, I think I'm just done. Because they're going to scout this if they haven't already. I can hire another hero. A wise man once said, don't share your wisdom with anybody. I disagree. Wolves, Sorog, I could potentially hire Sorog and then send them over here to just hopefully draw some fire away. I don't know. This is just so many movement points. Let's do it like this. Let's pick up the rally flag. Let's go over to if I go back, I think they still reach, but that might be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be enough to dissuade this hero from charging straight into my castle. And that should give me just enough time to get Yogg back. And we are getting 6,000 gold per day. If we lose Crag more, we're just having a real bad time. Is it worth it to trade everything? I think so. Do we have any... If I'd thought about it, I should have sent Clavius to this trading post. This isn't going to be good by any means. Let's save the crystal till the end. Let's trade most of everything else. Like so. It's not much, but that'll get you 2 behemoths. That'll get you a couple of these thunderbirds. And we're going to have to hope that this holds. It looks like that wasn't actually nearly as far as I thought it was for Gundula because there's like a little break in the trees. Did you see that? It wasn't actually like that they had to go all the way around. There was like a little break in the tree. By the way, Gundula only has 2 out of 40 spell points. I don't know what it is about Horn of the Abyss, but the AI seems to do a pretty poor job of actually like holding on to their spells. It's just what I've noticed. 4 attack, 2 defense, 2 spell power, 4 knowledge, only 2 spell points though. Good morale. Maybe they just lost it. It's all undead forces. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Whew. 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 Did you notice? I sure noticed. That was, yeah, that was great. Let's not do that again. Okay. Well, we're going to send Yogg to the stables. I think we got time. We weren't going to be able to make it here today anyway. So now we're going to have the stable movement for the whole rest of the week. I'm going to send, I don't want to lose Tarek. Really don't. I'm going to send him this way. Maybe that's going to eat some attention in case somebody pops out of here. I still don't think Gundula is going to reach me there. Could be wrong. And we've got goblins coming out of our ears. There's goblins in the pantry. I believe that that's actually a real reference. No. Oh, geez. I thought I boxed myself out. That's actually a real reference. I forget what the map is. Is it Heroes 2 or Heroes 3? Goblins in the pantry. There's a well-known map. Yeah, there's a well-known map, and that's it. Talks about goblins in the pantry. Because there's just goblins everywhere. See, yet again, it hurts me to not know exactly what we're talking about just yet. Okay, I am going to pick up this level 2 mage guild. It's a low gold investment, but the gems are going to be awesome. And folks, we got about 13k gold. Let's first off upgrade the behemoths. Very costly. Let's then upgrade our wolfy wolves. The strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. And the strength of anybody that hears the sound of my voice is the fact that we just keep saying it is what it is, because that's cheaper than therapy. Can I say the same line 2 times in the same video? Is that like not okay? I don't know. How many times do you hear me say the same thing over and over and over again? The answer is it's a lot. So I think if that's all you hear from me, just know that occasionally I do repeat the same thing once or twice or 3 times or 4 times. But it's kind of like a comfort thing. Sometimes I say things in the same way because it's a comfort thing. For example, my intros. How many times have you heard me say, "Hi there, my name is FixFox. Welcome to Heroes of Might and Magic. This is the F Heroes edition for Might and Magic 2, or we are back in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. The point is that you hear me say the same thing again and again, and that actually is helpful for me in a major way. It's useful to assist me in increasing the way that I talk, like how rapidly I can speak, because sometimes you are stuck saying the same thing because it's able to come out rapidly. Right now you can tell I'm actually thinking pretty hard about what I'm trying to say, and when I slow down like that, you know that I'm actually trying to think what I'm trying to think. Sometimes you get just a steady stream of consciousness from me, and sometimes you find that I'm trying to actually make a good, well thought out point. Can you tell which is which and when is when? I know that those closest to me can absolutely tell, but sometimes I feel like I got people fooled. Like, FixFox is such a great orator. Yeah, just because I speak English as my primary language doesn't mean it's the number one thing I got going on for me. Okay, folks, I think that we have trapped our enemy here. This is going to be a pretty big battle. Nice to have the expert ballistics at this point. We do still have the buckler of the Gnoll King. We're going to maybe give that up later to Kendrick the Seer. But for now, I think that we fight this fight. I think we win because I don't like this cover of darkness. Oh, it's a glorious victory. That took a long time. Did you notice how long that took? Your eyes do not deceive you. The game was not simply stuttering. That actually took some time. There is no hero in here, though. There is no hero. How far can you go? You can go to there? Okay. I'm just gonna sit. I want the wolves to be away from the bone dragons. I don't really mind if the cyclopes take damage. Maybe I can actually... I don't know. Maybe I get 1 or 2 good shots off with them as I try and defeat these castle walls, and we go from there. I don't think I'll lose to here. Oh, they go for the goblins. That was a little bit of a surprise. And then I have a choice between trying to go for something else or just shooting for the moon and going for the gate. We don't get the gate. We'll hope that the cyclopes can let us in. Maybe the enemies are actually going to come out and play. Because there's no hero here, I can use the blind. Except they're all undead, so let's not. I could use the disrupting array to bring down the bone dragon's defense a little bit. I can just haste or slow them so that way they can't get out. Kind of want to just slow them. There's nobody here that I really worry about. Let's do like this, and I'm gonna hope that the behemoths can get into this area. I'm gonna wait once. Waiting again. Come on, Cyclops. Ah, they did their best, but at least the bone dragons came out to play, and so now it's going to be just easy pickings for my troops here. I could kill 2 bone dragons, but remember the behemoths need something to do. If I kill these power liches, then I actually can maybe get out of here a little bit. I want to get out of this fight quickly. Ugh, 10 HP left. Very sad. 3 hit points there. I'm just gonna let the behemoths play because they want to. Wolves take a beating, and then can we please take down the gate? No, we cannot. My friends, I got one more shot here. Tell you what, I'm gonna haste. I'm gonna haste with the Cyclops, so maybe I can just know what the most appropriate thing to do is. For now, I'm gonna back off with the Thunderbirds, and again, we're just gonna hope. Okay, fine. I deserved that. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but I know I deserved that. Oh gosh, the poor wolves are like, we had this fight in the bag. And then I'm like, yeah, but we're trying to keep the Thunderbirds alive because they're more valuable than you. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? It's kind of like in the movie Braveheart, where the king says to his lieutenant, he says, like, just, what does he say? Like, send the Scottish or send the Irish. like first off, he's like, oh, let's not lose any English lives. Let's just send the Scottish. It's like, oh boy. Could you imagine being the wolves and being like, are you telling me that you care more about the birds than you care about me? It's like, yep, that's kind of what I'm saying. I feel bad, but it is what it is. The other day, I had to re-watch the Heroes 5 video I did a little bit ago because I wasn't sure if I said something incredibly offensive. Again, if I say anything offensive, just know that I don't mean to. But I was worried that I might have said something exceptionally offensive on accident when I was discussing the pyramids. Oh, there he is. There's Gundula. The pyramids of Giza. And how... the question of how were the pyramids built, and slave labor, you throw 1,000 bodies at a problem and that'll get the job done. And of course that came up because I was discussing the 800 conscripts I had in my army in the Heroes 5 campaign and how they were able to defeat, I don't know, literal demons. But either way, simply saying, hey, you can throw slaves at people to get them to solve the problems, probably not the most sensitive thing I've ever said in my life. Probably not. I've mentioned before, and I'll say it again, that because I don't mean to be offensive, I usually try not to censor myself. I don't know. But also as I get older, I also care more about not offending people. there was a situation where during COVID-19, of course, everybody wanted to make sure that everybody was safe around them, you know, for the most part. And even though after COVID was declared no longer a pandemic and things like that, there's still some people that are wearing masks because they are at risk and health adverse and things like that. And I really appreciated the people that came into that situation with the mindset of saying, look, just because I don't want to wear a mask for myself personally, I'm happy to wear a mask because it'll make you feel more comfortable and it will help you. And so I really appreciated that kind of mindset, regardless of where you stood on that, you know, a year after COVID was over, quote unquote. It's probably just the right thing to try and be nice to the people around you. It's not going to hurt you too much. It's really not, just to have that level of care and concern for others. That's the way I feel about it. I could be wrong. You might feel differently from me, but just my 2 cents, just throwing that out there. Folks, there's a Griffin Conservatory. There is a water wheel. There's a guardhouse. And there's Haunt's Wind. With 9 of these behemoths, I think that I should defeat Gundula because I think I can. We've got full spell points. They've got none. So we're going to defeat the Gundula, and then we're going to head down and do tons of damage. 9 Thunderbirds lost is completely unacceptable, by the way. Letting the enemy run, I don't love it, but if that happens, so be it. These forces are totally manageable. 8 of the Black Knights, 3 of the Bone Dragons. The Black Knights are going to be the biggest issue. 18 defense, with the Behemoths doing so much damage. We're going to be fine. In fact, I think that, I don't know, what's the best play here? This is a big stack. This is a big stack. I think we're going to send the wolves to here and hope that they can just get in the way. I could... let's see. What's the best way of doing this? Definitely want to jump on the liches, because of course I do. I think I want to haste the ancient behemoths so that way they get to defeat these black knights and just remove them from the equation. I don't think I care about the bone dragon's damage so much. Swordsmen and the vampires together are big stacks, but I'm going to have to deal with them one by one anyway. So tell you what, we're going to haste the behemoths. We're going to hope that they just get good morale. Sometimes in life, you just have to hope that you can get good morale. And I'm just going to hope that this is one of those times where I get good morale. Oof. I didn't get good morale. But the wolves did their job. The wolves got in the way, and they died an honorable death. They got in the way. Could not ask for better. And really, the Thunderbirds. Everybody wants the Thunderbirds. Really. I'm not shocked, but surprised. I'm definitely surprised. And there's 30 HP we're going to heal on this Thunderbird stack there. Yeah, very interesting. And now I think I actually want to slow. Probably the swordsman. Yeah, they're about to go. So we'll go vampires. We're going to save these Thunderbirds. We're going to get them out of the way, especially with the first aid tent. I definitely don't need to worry about this. We're really going to try and slow these creatures and kill full stacks, because if we can kill full stacks, then we can maybe prevent them from running. Ouch. So 8 of the Thunderbirds, 11 of the wolves. Not great, but it did happen. I do need to hire another hero. It's going to be Ryland. Yeah, Ryland's going to get hired just so he can go up this road for me. Mystical Garden, maybe it's been collected. It's not been collected. And, oh, there's a Redwood Observatory there. Ryland's whole job might just be to sit there for the rest of forever and just hit spacebar on day 1. Not going to worry about the Medusa Storehouse. Griffin Conservatory with 9 behemoths. There's no way I lose this fight, right? There's no way I lose this fight. Refugees, this camp is deserted. I'm going to pick up the rally flag, and then I'm going to go back for the Griffin Conservatory. That should be okay. Caitlin is lost. Just absolutely lost. Nagash is going to sit here. And that's going to be his kind of collecting route from top to bottom. Clavius can pick up this gem pond here. And behemoths. There is this hero to the south. They took out this little sawmill. It might be a bit of a problem. Maybe I'm not ever going to really upgrade this town of Tormina. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that makes me think that the enemies are too tough for me just yet, but it's possible. It's possible. Freelancers Guild, I don't think it's going to make a lot of sense to hire heroes or troops from the refugee camps and then just freelance them. I don't think that you can ever get ahead doing that. I might be wrong, but I don't think you can. Okay, so who's got to sit? Caitlin's good. You're good. You're good. You. It's your job to figure out what's going on here. Melodia. Even though all this scouting is going to be pretty useless because the cover of darkness is going to kick in just a second, I'm still going to do that with her. There is a gold mine here I totally missed out on. Let me grab that. Grab the ore. Vision matters. Vision totally matters. And does what I've just scouted, does that change anything? I think that light blue Keymaster's tent, Haunt's Wind. I can make it to Haunt's Wind now. We'll come back for the Griffin Conservatory in a second. For now, you've got a critical and key sort of situation to deal with. Let's just deal with it there. I don't think I can fight this fight any better. 12 and 4. I'm just going to accept those losses. Let's stop in. There's not really a mage guild. Haven't run into much for the mage guilds. Maybe I should focus on that just a bit more for future scenarios. We don't have wisdom, but that doesn't mean we ought not to get every good level 1, level 2 spell. Everybody else is good to go. Yogg is going to stay a night for spells. Yeah, for spells. Although, let's do it like this. And we're going to hire one more hero for 350 gold. Woo! Woo! Hashtag worth it. Absolutely hashtag worth it. And then it looks like... So Ryland's going to just grab this real quick. And he's not going to be able to actually reach this Redwood Observatory today, I don't think. It's 2 turns out of the way. So let's do it like this. Here, and then we should get there on the next turn. We're just gonna maybe clear to the south with these other heroes, like Melodia. And hope that she can figure out what's over here that's worthwhile here on day 7 before it's a new day. Moandor, not too big of an issue. Might be able to reach them with Yogg. Yeah, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna hope that there's nothing to the north that'll kill me. Easy victory. Okay. Again, it took some time for the game to think about that, so I was a little bit worried. I was concerned. I was concerned. There was no guarantee that that was going to be a victory until it was. And there is a castle to the south, but it's not flagged yet. It's not claimed. It's kind of nifty. I remember this scenario being a little bit tougher. I don't know what to tell you. The Horn of the Abyss AI, I don't think it's gotten a lot of changes. And if it has, then I just don't remember because it's been long enough since I played strictly Heroes 3, the original version. And so, yeah, it's possible that I'm just completely off base here. But I don't think that the AI is playing particularly differently. I think I've just gotten to be a better Heroes player, in large part because I've been playing so much Heroes in my Magic 2, which... you got to be pretty precise with Heroes 2, and I think that that's... I blame Heroes 2 for the reason why I feel so much more comfortable with Heroes of Might and Magic 3 as an adult now. Because as a kid, oh, you better believe that Heroes 3 was tough. Truly, it was. It was very, very difficult, but I've definitely gotten better over time. And yeah, I definitely blame Heroes 2 for that. Cold Soul. I don't actually need this. I think I just need, let's see... I must just defeat the necromancers creating havoc. I just gotta defeat my opponent. So I don't actually need Cold Soul. I wonder if there's another castle in here? Melodia didn't scout it just yet. Do I go out of my way? I picked up the +1 because it was free. Pyramid, don't really care. Oh, definitely not going through that. No. Am I gonna regret not getting Kendrick the Seer? Possibly. I see Tamika here. Tamika looks like they might be threatening the one-way. And if they are threatening the one-way, I want Tarek to be able to just reach out and snag them. So we're going to wait to do anything with him at the moment. And just go on to a new day. I don't think that any of my castles are threatened. Aha! I knew it. Aha! Aislinn, I knew that. And there's definitely something over here. So let's just make sure that we are hitting our marks. There's one. And then let's make all of our purchases here. Send them up, send them down. Oh, did I not? Let's upgrade the fort, actually. feels pretty worthwhile to me. I'll save the rest of these troops just in case. Just in case what? I don't know. Just in case we get backdoored somehow. And I think that we should be able to reach. Yeah. And Tamika's got no chance. Tarek does have the spell book just in case magic is going to be the difference for us. Enemies fled. I'll accept that. I will definitely accept that. And then I'm going to start taking the long way. I think that they've cleared out this path for us. We'll go there in just a second. Secondary heroes coming on through. Did I? Yeah, I did pick up the devil. Good. I'm glad I did that. For a second, I wasn't sure if I did or didn't. I just remembered I saw a high tier unit, and it immediately reminded me actually of Yogg's playthrough, which I ended up making a YouTube short about. And I think it was something like, we're going to come up on this refugee camp. Refugee camps are so nifty because you never know what you're going to get. You could get a level 1 creature, you could get a level 7 creature, and then I click on it, and it's Archdevils in the refugee camp in Yogg's first scenario. It's like, oh, super good, but I didn't actually end up getting them because I ran out of resources. I didn't get the mercury or I didn't get the gold. But the point still stands that occasionally, you can get some pretty nifty stuff. And when you do, you feel like a genius. All right. Whoa. Can't lose Yogg. Fountain of Youth is going to give us the movement, and it's going to give us the +1 morale, which actually might be important here. I still think I win. Yeah, there's a lot of spells there with him, though. If I go to the very corner here, can he reach? Maybe he can't reach if I go to the very corner. 5 speed, 7 speed. I want the troops just in case. Let's make sure we split these up, though. I think that you're going to want, let's see, how is this fight going to go? Blind, probably not. Disrupting Ray, possibly. Slows, hastes. Yeah, we are going to have the tactics, almost assuredly. That means we're going to get the first shot off, I hope. Actually, probably not, because Behemoths are only 9 speed. Thunderbirds are our fastest unit, and we don't have them at the moment. We'll see. I don't know if Aislinn's going to want to fight us, but I definitely don't think I want to split up the Behemoths. 17 attack, 12 defense. Aislinn cannot be that good. Simply cannot be. 7, 5, 7, and 9. Hopefully with no spell points because the AI is bad at using spells. Is there any way to get additional help from here to there? I don't think so. I can hire Zubin. And then I can actually just buy all these troops. Or not. I can trade for some of these resources. And one more bone dragon. Sure, why not? And then, I don't know. It might end up being that that's enough in the event that we are not reached here, but I don't think that's likely. It could be enough that then we've got backup just to support us. Maybe the enemy sees that I've got a secondary hero coming up. I don't know. Hope and prayers, people. Hope and prayers. What? Did Aislinn just escape? Did you see that? I saw that. Hold on. This is Isra? Okay, well, Isra is going to go down. I think that Aislinn just town portaled back home, which is cowardly, but also exactly what I wanted to have happen. Oh. Well, let's not cut it that close ever again. Let's make sure we get these forces up to the front. It's going to be Zubin. Let's see. Zubin's going to back off until they're able to get what we need. Yogg's going to fight and win. Whoa, even this fight's pretty tough. Okay, let's not apply these battle results. What kind of spells do you have? You have 159 spell points. I didn't lose any of these ancient behemoths, but boy. Feels like I'm fighting for my life here. My word. Good thing I sent these wolves over. So we're going to go here and here, but not, let's see. I don't want, I don't know. We'll just do it like this. Oh, and that's what it is. If there's no spells, then yeah, if there's no spells, then we totally lose. But with a dispel, we're fine. We're fine. Get out of my face. And lest we forget, I do have the artillery, which is like kind of a big deal because it's like the coolest artillery ever. And so long as it stays alive, we're always going to have an opportunity to dispel. So I'm not going to feel bad about that at all. I could just kill, I don't know. The one bone dragon. Somebody's got to kill him. Might as well be me. And then these shots. Do I kill one of the Black Knights? I do. Behemoths are going to do the heal. Blah. I'll kill 21 of these guys. Thank you very much. And then the enemy flees. Yeah, losses look way better when you don't fall prey to a blind. But this was scary and I didn't like it. Right? Like that was scary and I hated every second of it. We are super close to this light Keymaster's tent. Let's send Damacon up that direction. You don't need to go to the School of War, buddy. You're not the main hero in this story. Like you're not the main guy. It's not your deal. I want to go through this border gate. I'm gonna send Ryland just close enough. I want Ryland to be able to reach if I need him to reach, so we're just gonna sit right here. And I'm just gonna wait with Tarek. I'm gonna sit right here on the border guard, assuming I'm gonna be able to get in. I'm probably not gonna be able to, but just in case I do, I want to be ready to go. There's no troops to purchase here. Thank goodness that there's refugees everywhere. And does Caitlyn have enough to actually defeat Zealots, a pack? I don't think so. With the one Manticore, 7 slow ogres? I don't think so. So she's not gonna put herself in a tricky situation. Let's hope for something good. Didn't we just get this? Hold on. Are you telling me that these rolls are independent of each other? What? Okay, I need somebody to let me know how Refugee... Okay. All right, we're doing this. Refugee Camp Heroes 3. Come with me, and we'll see what the heck is going on the internet. Okay. So. Here on the interwebs, Refugee Camp Heroes 3 on the wiki. Adventure map location, hero can hire a small number of random type creatures, including neutral creatures. The creature type changes every week, and the number available is their basic growth. I get that. Unlike external creature dwellings, refugee camps do not give you first level units for free. Also, unlike external creature dwellings, they cannot be flagged, therefore can't be used with portal summoning. You can't find sharpshooters, enchanters, azure, crystal, rust, or fairy dragons. That's good. I never thought about that, but that's probably pretty good. And then steel golems, they're not here in this campaign. So it doesn't say, like, basically it's just random. What's the likelihood? I think it's 76 creatures in the base game. I think it's 76 creatures minus these ones. So 1 out of 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 out of 70 chance. You get it. The point is that the odds of that happening are nuts. Yeah, very small percentage chance. Yeah, because it's 1 out of 70 times 1 out of 70. So what is that? Point? Man, I'm bad at math. But it's a skill. That's the thing about math, is that it's actually truly a skill. The older I get, the more I realize that if I'm bad at something, like I can get pretty good at it pretty quick. Recently, I've been helping tutor young kids at a it's like the alternative school for the alternative school. Basically, I get the kids that the school that is supposed to handle the hard cases, I get the kids that they couldn't handle. And so it's really pretty tough. And like, you feel for these kids and they don't come from great backgrounds and so on and so forth. It's pretty rough. But I mean, really, as I'm trying to do math with them and I realize I haven't done math in years, I can relearn the math pretty quickly. Like, I've already learned the skills once necessary to do well in math. It's not that hard for me to relearn those skills. And so for these kids learning it for the first time, it's tough, right? Super tough. But they can manage if only they can get there. If I can do it and if I can relearn it, I'm sure they can too. Okay, folks, we've done ourselves some good. This Monolith two-way is now active. I think I'm actually going to wait just another moment here. I don't want to lose these troops is really the thing. I don't want to send them through and then die immediately. I know the enemy can see me. I'm guessing that the AI is smart enough to internally flag whether or not the creatures have, or rather I've picked up this light blue border guard. I think it's smart enough to just recognize that. So if that's the case, I ought to just send Tarek anyway. Can't reach Aislinn. Don't really want to. Let's go south, and we'll try and meet up with Yogg in just a moment here. At the Griffin Conservatory, maybe the refugee camp's going to be nice, and then my other forces are going to go north, or rather they're going to go up with the devils, and we're going to have devils, angels, and a real good time in just a moment or two. So, where are you? Where's my devils? Nagash. It's going to do this swap. Clavius. Step number 2. Ryland is still alive, which is really a surprise. I don't know what to do about that, actually. It's a little bit surprising to me. Suppose I might as well just have him go back to the Redwood Observatory. Let's do a big swap. Big swap. And done. And then Tarek's to here. Yogg is to yonder. And folks, just like that, I'm not worried that we're going to lose Yogg the Barbarian ever again. I think it's time to let go of these two Cyclopes. They've done a great job for me. They don't need to stay alive or do anything else. But for now, I just need them gone. And then just in case, let's see, the Angels, I want them to join. I guess you lose Thunderbirds? Maybe not. Maybe you just leave an extra stack here. Split the... Yeah, let's just split these guys. The Ancient Behemoths and will attack. We found the Griffin Conservatory. Do we want to attack the guards? You better believe we do. Somehow these losses are still nuts. What is going on here? Okay, so first off, these guys are going to go first. I think I just want to do the slow. I could haste a stack of Ancient Behemoths. We're not going to do as much damage as I hoped we were. I really want these Griffins to just get stuck on these Ogre Magi. If I do slow, I think that they will lose the ability. No, they're still going to be able to reach the Orc Chieftains. We're going to be able to just jump on them, but still, yikes. We're tough. With 17 attack and the defense, we're tough, but we're just not that tough. Like, we're good. We're just not that good. So, I think I better attack while I can. Chomp. And I'm sure I'm going to lose wolves if I stick around. So let's actually back off with the wolves. They'll take the damage here in just a moment, I'm sure. Unless we can kill these guys. Griffins aren't going to be able to reach here, so they're going to go up. Retaliation's already been used. And let's just hope that these ogres can do tons of work. I think that they shall. And how many HP? 176. Not too bad. Let's get ourselves free from this corner there. And once again, just a little bit of luck and a little bit of positioning has made this fight go much better. There shouldn't be any surprise about that. It tends to go pretty well when you fight from the middle back to the left-hand side of this Griffin Conservatory. I don't know, but we were able to make the losses much better. 34, 2, and 1 is super good. And then it's going to be 4 Angels. Let's recombine the Ancient Behemoths. And I thought I saw a hill fort somewhere. Is there a hill fort up there, maybe? There was a hill fort somewhere. I do want to upgrade them if I possibly can. Okay, let's see what we got here. Swordsman, no thanks. It's been real, it's been fun, but no thanks. Nagabank is empty. Everybody else is just kind of chilling. Zubin is exploring. Basic logistics. Ooh, Pendant of Courage. Gotta love that. But I don't think it's very necessary. I think that the fight is won. The AI is just not operating tip-top optimally, I don't believe. It's on impossible difficulty. Like, what else do you want from me, you know? Huh. And Aislinn once again goes to the corner, but Ryland's going to go back and man his post. And that's going to give Yogg the exact information that we need. We're going we're going to pick up our +1s where we can. Going out of our way feels pretty bad, but it's necessary. It's day 6. We got a little bit of time. Zubin is just going to make sure that there's an edge here. I just need to know if an enemy is coming into this area or not. Tarek is going to sit on this refugee camp. Caitlin's good. Nagash. I need somebody to go back to this one. The ogres up here, I'm just not going to mess around with those anymore. And if you notice, I'm not really... What? Your forces suffer a bitter defeat. I still think I win, especially with the behemoths and the angels and the devils. I'm guessing that there's another instance of blind. Because if you blind a big stack of behemoths, yeah, sure, I'm going to have major issues. But 245 skeleton warriors, 27 of the Black Knights, 12 of these dragons, 64 of the vampire lords. This is a tough fight, but 7 attack, 5 defense, 7 spell power. He's got the meteor shower. He's got the meteor shower with 7 spell power behind it. That's pretty good. How's this fight going to go? So I've got haste. That can get me out of some trouble here. I can use the ancient behemoths. Let's see. They should be able to reach with the haste. Yeah, they should be able to reach these Black Knights on turn 1. So I can do damage here. I can just do damage. Some of my slower creatures are going to take another turn to get into the fight, but that's okay. Yeah, maybe I just shock and awe. How far can the devils go? Not that far. We do have good morale in general, minus the morale from these bone dragons. Oh, and very interesting, by the way, did you notice that we don't get to use our tactics? So Aislinn's also got the expert tactics. Interesting. 14 attack, 31 defense. These skeletons are going to tickle against these ancient behemoths. I'm still kind of worried, though, because if I don't get my first turn here with these behemoths, then I am going to eat the blind. I think I'm obligated to haste. That's going to give me the opportunity to attack the Black Knights. And so then I think you just have to do damage where you can. So this is going to be 2 bone dragons here. It's not going to be a good use of the angels, but I just have to win this fight. If I win this fight, I think I just win the scenario. 27 of the Black Knights down to 15, pretty good. And then let's hope that the devils can just kind of be in this middle position. Are the devils going to eat any attention? No. Could they get good morale here? Yes. They ate attention. I did not expect that. I will tell you right now, I did not expect that at all. Wolves take their lumps, and that's just a waste of damage. Your 245 skeleton warriors are going to lose on this retaliation in just a moment. I am happy with the way that you fought this fight. Sure, I'm going to lose maybe 1 or 2 ancient behemoths, but I'm going to retaliate. Oh. Well, I knew it was coming. I don't know. You'd prefer that the enemy has you blinded more than anything, right? No sense in bloodlusting because we don't have cure. We just have, we don't have the cure. We've just got other stuff going on. Wish I could check my spells. In F Heroes 2, you can check your spells even when it's not, even when you don't have those spells active. Let's send the ogres up, staying just out of reach of the skeleton warriors for another turn. You gotta kill the vampire lords, like that's always a thing. Down to 58. I wish that the first aid tent could actually like cure. That'd be pretty cool. There's only 1 creature I can regenerate anything on. Stone skin, that's pretty bad. Good thing that the ancient behemoths are a terrifying stack. Looks like the artillery is going to last for 1 more turn, but notice that the vampire lords did regenerate back to full. So you've got to do the dispel. There's no question about that. It's got to be the dispel because the behemoths got to take their damage where they can. I don't know. Do you turn on these bone dragons for the full damage, or do you go for the liches? I think you got to go for the bone dragons. They're still going to pump out tons of damage. Skeletons, I'm going to kill as many skeletons as I can there, because you're definitely going to waste damage if you attack power liches. I can do up to 17k damage here. Tell you what, let's do that. Let's do up to 17k damage. And just obliterate you like that. I wish I could use the ballista. Actually, I could bloodlust that. I can't. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to sit right here because I want Here's my thought process. I can use the artillery to use a turn. I can use the first aid tent to use a turn. I just want to keep this alive. Could I kill their first aid tent? Would it matter? That might be the difference between them running. No, they've got their ballista too. More skeletons. Down to 129. I don't know what I don't know what I'm scared of at this point. I hope I get to take my turn. But you're wasting time there. You're wasting time there. And I should be able to reach... Yeah, I'm going to be able to reach your Black Knights when I dispel again. It's crazy how one single spell just really makes my day go super good. Should I go for the Vampire Lords who can regenerate, or should I go for the Black Knights, actually? 22 defense versus the 28. I'm going to do about 1.7k damage, 1.8. Oh boy. Vampire Lords are going to get to go first in just a second. Am I worried about the damage I'm going to take? It's kind of the question I have. 24 attack versus 18. And you're not going to waste any damage. Let's kill the Black Knights. They're such a good unit. We're going to kill most of the stack. And let's get our last heal for these ancient behemoths. And now we're going to be just kind of blind locked. We are going to be blind locked from here on out. But then, because it's not like expert blind, I think that we're actually doing super good then, because now I'm still going to get to use my spells. So what's the best spell here for me? Haste? I could Disrupting Ray. I've already got behemoths that are ignoring so much of your defense anyway. Tell you what, let's just do the shield. That'll help me mitigate losses. I'll do tons of damage right here. And that can haste next time. I can maybe get down the battlefield, kill these guys. We killed half the stack of vampires. We got 11 behemoths. Ooh, implosion sucks. Oh, implosion sucks. It's really not good. I've got to kill this big stack here now. I don't. Dude, you can't eat 2 more implosions. You can't eat 2 more implosions, and you're about to. Oh my gosh, it comes down. Oh, there's only 6 spell points left. Only 6 spell points left. So we got the shield on still. I don't know. I think I need to slow. I think I got to haste. I've got to go deal with these power liches. They've just been plugging away damage at me. Vampire Lords, if they're too slow, they can't reach. There's only 2 left here. Next big force to deal with. Man, these margins for error were so close. This was so close. I want to get the first shot off here. There's a haste. Vampire Lords we got to kill next. Because retaliations, there. I'm not too worried about it. Weird that you kind of go into that defensive position. Do I still have the shield up? Yeah, I do. Oh, they're still there. We're gonna have 2 behemoths left when this is all said and done. Get the hints. That's good. That's really good. And if... Oh no, I had a lightning bolt. I had 11 H... Oh, I had 11 spell points. I had a lightning bolt. No! Rats. I had you. And in my... Oh, and in my haste, I ruined it. No. No, folks, that's crazy with 156 spell points. 156 spell points. Oh my goodness. Because we're gonna eat something. Some big spell's gonna come out and just wallop us. Yeah, an implosion. An implosion. With 11 spell points, I mean, there's just nothing you can do. Because guess what? You gotta win this turn, otherwise that's it, folks. I was extremely overconfident. Wow. Your hero Yogg has suffered a defeat. Your quest is over. What a loss. What a loss. And rather than click through, that's what I deserve. That is what I deserve. You get what you deserve. First off, for not casting the lightning bolt when you had your enemy beat. And second of all, for, man, just not respecting your opponent. Dude, you gotta respect your opponent. I didn't, this is a good learning opportunity for me because I was way too close to the enemy's castle. And so, yeah, they could have just continued to pour these low-level troops at me. If I'm up against an enemy player, like a human player, at that point you have to assume that they're gonna hire heroes and like try and Armageddon you to death, right? Or some high-level spell. Now that we know that that happened, like clearly that's an opportunity in the future to avoid something like that. But I did not expect that from the AI to just have a second hero back cleanup. That's nuts. It's nuts. Let me take a look. We are an hour and 40 minutes into this playthrough. Look, I could absolutely start from scratch again. I just, honestly, I don't want to waste another... I don't want to use an hour and 40 minutes of my time in that way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use and abuse the autosave. I don't like to do this. I think that I've built up enough goodwill with people that they know I don't like to use the autosave, but I'm going to use it in this case because it's going to save me an hour and 40 minutes. It's going to save you an hour and 40 minutes. It'll be better. It'll be better in general, I think, because I think that we've seen our error. And I think that we're going to be able to just kind of push on from there, make some slight adjustments, do better, and just be okay. What was the scenario? What are we on? What scenario are we on? Hold on. Yogg, Shadow of Death. Like what? I even forget which scenario I'm even on at the moment. Unholy Alliance, we're on Harvest. Do I have a save file for Harvest? If I don't even have a save file, then that just kind of makes my decision for me. It's possible that it's actually here in Phineas Vilmar. Don't ask me why, but I think that my stuff got a little bit confused not too long ago. Phineas. Well, it's not here. And that was the only other place I thought it might be. That's the end of Duke Alaris. Yeah, it's all kind of messed up here. Huh. Let me find the one I'm looking for, and then I'll come back. Okay, well, I don't have it. I don't know where the autosave before this autosave is, but we're going to give ourselves a chance to win this fight and do it a little bit better. Let's just see if there's any adjustments we need to make. Let me think about that. What adjustment? I felt like we fought that fight pretty well, all things considered. Like, if it just comes down to implosions at the end, though, like, I mean, that's just nuts. Like, how you deal with that, man. Oh, how you deal with that, I couldn't quite tell you. We're not super far away from Yogg here. Caitlin's too far. This person's too far. Do we have any other reinforcements? Haunt's Wind. Gretchen! Gretchen is back. Gretchen will save us. Probably not. Could you imagine if Gretchen like found a way to save me at this point though? That'd be kind of crazy. There is this Fountain of Youth. That's too far away. Tara can pick up this. Gretchen can grab this. It's not gonna be enough movement points to get all the way up there though. To here, and I think we're just gonna have to hope and rely on us doing better than we did this previous time. But I mean, does it change the way I fight this fight, knowing that there is going to be some amount of big bad evil guy, like casting implosion on us again and again and again? Does that change anything? I don't know if that changes anything. I do not know if that changes anything. Let's give it a shot, though. Let's just see. So he's coming in hot. With spells, we can win this fight. And last time we did a haste and we just got down the battlefield. 90 spell points. Is there a way I can make this guy waste more spell points? I don't know. I do not know. So the speed is going to look like this. If we don't rush down the battlefield and we let the fight naturally develop, I think that we're going to cast Dispel, and then we can just play back and forth with this Dispel. So let's do it like this. Let's just wait and wait. Oh, you do a Stone Skin first? That's pretty interesting. Oh, that's a problem. You don't want to lose... Jeez, you don't want to take so much damage that way. I could potentially haste on that first bit. If you haste there, then you can haste the goblins out of the way. Yeah, but then you just attack the ballista, don't you? I just don't want to lose that many goblins. So that might be more of a... That might be more of a army composition at the very beginning of this fight sort of a deal. Okay, but let's just wait again. Spell points, don't like that. Oh boy, I really don't like that. Let me implode you now. Okay, we're just gonna wait across the board. Tell you what, let's Bloodlust. Let's work on your power liches because last time we waited way too long to deal with them. Let's keep the ancient behemoths alive. How are we only healing for 22 HP? That's crazy. And right now, this is the best thing I got for me. With the good luck, not too bad, down to 18. I'm gonna put the wolves in a position where they can not get attacked just yet. And so I'm gonna have my first swipe of the enemy up here. So we are bloodlusted, which is great. We can disrupting array. We can do the shield right now. I'm just a little bit wary of doing any buffing spells on me because then when the behemoths need to get dispelled, then I just kind of lose that. So I'm gonna just do the disrupting array instead. Maybe not the very best maneuver, but that's what I'm gonna do at the moment. And I don't think it really matters if I'm here or here, so let's just attack there. We kill most of the behemoths. We are cursed, but that's okay because we know that that's gonna not last forever. Gotta defeat these vampire lords, but that felt like a little bit of a waste of damage there. Okay, and then angels are gonna get in there. They're gonna kill lots of the black knights. There's still so many dragons. I don't know, do we wait? Do we wait? Bone dragons. 370 damage is a lot of damage. Then again, we can get out from under these black knights. Mostly. We can kill basically all the power liches. I can't kill the vampire lords at this point. Still waiting for that first spell, and there's the blind, so it's going to be a dispel that's going to come out in just half of a second. And so I'm going to wait until it's one of these other things before I do that. Let's see. These guys are going to get all the way around. Can't stop that. I just want to keep these wolves alive. So I'm just going to wait for now. Oh, and they peel back. Interesting. I did not think that these gentlemen would peel back. Angels are down to 1. Not very good. Okay, and it's time. We are now going to do our dispel. All these creatures have gone in the way that we want them to. I'm going to wait here, and it's time to do some damage. 11 on 11. Vampire lords. I mean, I can get tons of damage off from these vampire lords. 25 attack versus 18. 31 defense. Either way, you're going to be doing reduced damage to me. I don't know. I just feel like I got to take out the stack of vampire lords. 29 goes down. This is not good. It's really not good. I could have waited and actually cast that again, huh? That was a missed opportunity. Let's do that now, just in case it matters. And then we've only got a little bit of damage from this artillery. Let's hope that's enough just to keep these guys alive. And 16 points of damage. We have expert first aid, and we're only healing that much at a time. That is insane. What a useless secondary skill. My goodness, I've never seen something that useless before. Keeping as many of these creatures as alive as possible is part of the strat, because then I think that we're going to keep eating some back and forth sorts of damage there. Do I just kill this one Power Lich? I'm going to kill the one Power Lich. It's going to cost me the Angel, but I'm going to do this. We're waiting. We're going to lose even more spell points. 66 up to... Never mind. It doesn't actually transfer over that way, but okay, we're good. I'm down to 35 spell points, though. Jeez, I'd love to get rid of these guys. I'd love to. Skeletons, though, we can do a lot of damage there. A lot of bang for our buck. Ogre Magi can't reach. Gotta dispel, because you can't lose your turn. And one more Black Knight goes down. I don't know. We're not even touching these Bone Dragons in favor of Vampire Lords. Is that the right play? It feels like it can't be the right play. There's a blind again. If you just keep blinding me, I'm going to win the battle of the spell power. Except for these wraiths. And if I can stay mostly alive... I've got five more dispels. These troops all have to stay alive, though, is kind of what that means. Skeletons have already gone. Vampire Lords are about to go down. 37 might stay alive if I don't attack. Right there. Gotta kill them because you're not ever going to kill them with retaliation, but I've also got to get a big chunk of damage off on these bone dragons before something bad happens, because they still do a ton of damage. They haven't been attacking me, but they do so much damage. 10 down to 4, so we used a little bit of our oomph there. And then remember, these Black Knights are disrupting raid. Let's see, 31 attack, 25 defense. We could kill a couple of skeleton warriors, or we can maybe kill one or two of these Black Knights. Let's try to kill one or two of these Black Knights. We killed 3. That's pretty good. And then I'm actually going to try and kill the rest of these bone dragons. 2 bone dragons goes down. Way to go, ogres. Another 80. Okay, I don't get it. That time we did 80 points of healing. Why how does that work? Sometimes we do 23 hit points worth of healing, and sometimes we do 80. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't like things I don't get. Like, this is very much like a knowledge game. Like, you have to know what's going on in this game in order to be effective and win. And it feels bad when, through what I can only assume is some kind of fault of my own, I'm not winning. And I'm not doing it. I think that I'm actually just healing Vampire Lords. How many just raised? We killed 5. Okay, that's fine. We killed 5 and they raised a couple. That's okay. Okay, and that time it was 69 points. We've got 2 more dispels, unfortunately, because the wraiths stole all of our spell points. Okay, we're going to dispel here. We're out of bloodlusts. That's okay. That's okay. We need to kill the wraiths in just a second anyway. Here. And is my damage best off here? Probably. We're gonna win this fight, and we're actually gonna get out of this fight much better than we did the previous time. Those additional spell points, do they matter? No, we're just gonna leave this fight with no spell points. Yeah, we're just gonna leave this fight with no spell points. Although, I don't know, maybe we keep the tent. Nope. Maybe we keep these ogre mages. Keep them alive. Any help is good. And folks, we've avoided 2 implosions. This is not my favorite fight I've ever fought, but we've avoided 2 implosions. The enemy is going to run, but this time we're going to get out of here with only having lost 3 of these ancient behemoths. That's not bad. Like, all things considered, that's not bad. That might be enough to keep the enemy from attacking us. That was it. And that was enough to keep the enemy from attacking us. 10 ancient behemoths was enough for Isra here. Even though Isra knew that they didn't know, but they should have known that they could beat us. They didn't, though. And they decided not to press their advantage. Don't get me wrong. This scenario is still a loss. In all fairness, this is still a loss. But it's nice when we're able to get that mulligan and just get out of that rough situation. So we're going to escape, because that's the very best thing we can do. Let's see. Nobody can reach us from here. We need spell points. Is there a magic well anywhere around here? Is there a magic well? I do not see one. There's one over there. That's pretty far away, though. If I knew that I was going to try to go over there, maybe I would have gone through this monolith one way. At this point, I'm just going to run all the way back home, tail tucked between my legs, and I'm actually going to pull these other heroes back, because these necromancer troops, these necropolis troops, are actually going to be fairly useful, I think. So, Tarek, you did a good job, buddy. You did a good job. Everybody's proud of you, including me. Sorry, I was going to go somewhere with that, but then I realized it might hurt people's feelings. So you did good, champ. You did real good. Don't worry about it. I'm proud of you. When was the last time Tarek heard that from somebody? Oh, that's sad. Okay. I just didn't want people to ask themselves when the last time they heard somebody say that they were proud of them was. Because thankfully I know the last time somebody told me that they were proud of me. It was pretty recently. And I do believe that I told that person that I was proud of them right back. Like I found an opportunity where they actually did something to say, in return. I don't simply try to reciprocate good feelings and good, nice things to say. I don't like to simply reciprocate just because, like, hey, you said something nice about me, now it's my turn, I should say something nice about you. But it's not a bad deal to try and be supportive of other people and look for opportunities to give someone a gift. I still remember times in my life where quality people have said wonderful things about me, and my life is like, I've just never forgotten those experiences. And I've never forgotten the nice thing that they said about me, because it was a very specific compliment. It was very on brand. It was something I cared about, and it was genuine, right? And don't get me wrong, like that is a big deal to be able to give somebody that sort of compliment. That is not a small thing, and we shouldn't treat it as such. If you aspire to be a good gift giver, if giving gifts is one of your love languages, how about you start by simply trying to give people compliments? All right. I'm not saying that it's going to be the number one thing that's going to endear you to other people, and I hope you're not simply doing it because you hope that people are going to like you. That's maybe the worst reason to do something like that. But I think it's possible that you're going to find that it'll make you happier too as you try and give those gifts. You're just going to put out that good energy, and you're going to get that energy right back. I don't know if I necessarily believe in karma in the way that it's been explained to me by other people, but I do believe that whatever good vibes I put out into the world, I tend to get those back. I really do. So maybe for you, that'd be something interesting that you could do. Work on the vibes you're putting out, and just notice. Just notice. You don't actually have to do much. Just notice what vibes you're putting out and see if good things come back to you. I sure hope that you'll find that they will. We're going to pick up the vampire lords, and then in a moment we're going to work on getting like bone dragons, or rather ghost dragons. They're not a great 7th tier creature, but they'll work. They will work. We've somehow stumbled onto this little word thing here. Traveling down the road, you stop suddenly as you come across a necromancer's castle. It stands on the ruins of an old Erathian town. Some of the walls are still evident, crumbling underneath the necropolis shadow. The stench of death causes you to gag and hardens your resolve to help these people. I am in the thick of it, my guy. I am happy to help if I can, but truly, I'm just trying to stay alive at the moment. Looks like we got some activity here. Definitely got some activity here. Thank goodness we got Ryland. Just keeping an eye on these 2 castles for me. Yogg is... Can he reach? We can reach, so we're going to hit this rally flag on the way out. And we've made it home. It was a little touch and go there for a minute, but we did finally make it home. And I feel fairly safe. I say fairly safe. It could be safer. Okay. What creatures do we need to upgrade? It's going to be power liches for now. It's going to be these black knights. And I'm doing these upgrades now because I think I've got more necropolis troops than I do barbarian troops. So I might as well. And next turn I'll get these ghost dragons as I kind of head out this direction, out this way. Again, let's try not to lose these castles. It's all we've got at the moment. Prefer not to lose them if I can help it. There's a thing there, treats there. Everybody likes treats, but you do have to be careful. I've said it before, I'll say it again, that if every single day you say to yourself, treat yourself, there's a good chance that you're only hurting yourself. Just saying. Sometimes you got to avoid the treating yourself. We're going to look at this Buckler of the Gnoll King. I don't actually know if it's going to be useful for us or not. Truly, I do not. Let's get this level 3 Mage Guild. We're going to have to trade some resources in a moment. Let's make sure Caitlin goes back to this trading post so she can do that for me. And there's Aislinn, the bane of my existence. The guy I hate so very much. Remember, we're going to sit here so that way we can make sure we have the resources necessary to get up to... Oh, look at that. So we can get up to those other creatures, bone dragons. Are these forces? Okay, big stack of behemoths are coming with us for sure. Are any of these other creatures useful? I'm gonna just take the hobgoblins. Yeah, I'm gonna trade for the crystal. 1, 2. Do I need 2 or 4? I think it's just 2. Yeah, and so with these 13 creatures there for the ancient behemoths, we're now going to go back up to the front. If Tarek can just get out of the way. Big if. And then yeah, we're gonna go the long way, but I wanted to make sure that Nagash, it was Nagash? Yeah, Nagash is gonna check to see what Kendrick Lamar has in his Seer's Hut. And then we are gonna go the long way, so let's go to here. And then we'll try and set up a hero chain with, not you. Wow, tier 1 creatures everywhere. It's kind of nuts. Aislinn's coming in hot. Oh no. So Yogg is actually kind of in an okay spot. Tarek's got to escape for a moment, just staying alive. And then Zubin's going to go back to make sure that nobody comes in from the south. Gretchen is sitting on a ton of troops, but it's going to be Dragon Vault. We need up to 20 Mercury. Let's trade for that now, as much as possible. 2, 3, 4. We're going to have enough? I don't think so. Do we also need ore? I think we do. 5 wood, 5 ore. Again? There. And we're going to wait one more turn since we can't reach anyway. Okay. And let's see what Aislinn does. Aislinn does nothing. They're pressing into this castle here, which is a little bit unfortunate. We might have to be obligated to give that up. I don't want to, but if it goes to Isra, their secondary hero, I think I can stomach that. Yogg is sitting, Yogg is waiting, and where are you? That's this. I hate that. I go out of my way just just for the +1 attack. It's not even a permanent +1. It's not even a permanent +1. And right now I would much rather have, I don't know, the speed. I've kind of lost a full day's worth of travel going out of my way here for this silly thing. Let's send everybody up. It's going to be just some Walking Dead that remain, I suppose. Let's see. We'll pick that up in a moment. Let's definitely pick that up. And then Gretchen's going to go back just so that way we can have one more hero in like a hero chain to try and get this +5 defense up, because I think we saw that that was actually pretty useful. So hero chain there. Nobody's pressing into us. Yogg is in, ready to set off on the new day. And let's go from there. Okay, so hero to the south. Hero's there. The enemy looks like they're kind of getting caught in between some shifting priorities. It looks like they're struggling to kind of move forward. They're definitely playing very defensively, which isn't bad for me, but it's... But it'll work out. We got opportunities to make that work out pretty good. Okay, it's day 5. At this point, I'm just going to plan on taking these 2 castles at the exact right moment. Whatever the right moment might be, that's going to be the moment that we take them. It's going to be here and here and here and here. There. And so it's going to be the skeletons that end up staying. And so here... This is going to be our big assaulting force. We are still 8 Mercury away. Let's see if we can get there now. Let's trade everything but the wood necessary and the ore necessary. Here. And we're barely going to make it. Sweet. Okay, the only problem is then we're not going to have Mercury to do other stuff. Oh, we're still short on the gold even. Okay, Yogg's going to stay here for one more day. No problem. That was a miss. That's a miss. And then it is Nagash with this +5 who's going to wheel it in here for basically this final section here. Thunderbirds will keep them to the front. And then, as you can see, I'm definitely trying my very best to respect my enemy. Last time I said I didn't really respect my enemy and it cost me. Yeah, trying to avoid that again. It would be pretty bad if I did it twice. But I think that my attack and defense is going to be high enough. I think I should still be able to make this work. Final things to do. Let's have Caitlin just trade everything over where she's at. And we've seen that the gold has been actually stupendous. My goodness. The fact that we're still in this scenario like this, just scraping by, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And who would have thought that this alchemist lab would be the true hero in this scenario? Not I say, not I. Okay, we got up to dragons, but we still need resources. We're basically out. It's day 6. I think we can do it like this. We're gonna leave behind the bone dragons for now. We're gonna go to right here. And it's gonna be a big final swap as we go into one of those castles. We can't get both. We might be able to go one on day 7 and then one on day 1. And hopefully this will be just enough resources to get these bone dragons. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. We're gonna lose one of these castles to the south. Barely not. How much mercury is it to upgrade these creatures? Holy cow. It's a lot. It's more than I expected anyway. I guess we're just going to go for bone dragons because I don't have the time to wait any longer. I tried my very best to make that all happen and it just didn't work out. I'm not really sad about that. I just recognize that I wish it would have been a little bit different for me. We're going to do here with Ryland, and we're going to make a decision. Do you want to go south and beat Tamika, who's a pretty good force? And then Septinia? I think that that's probably the best thing. It's definitely the safest thing. And you're right there. Like, they're right there. Let's go grab them. We're going to step on the rally flag in just a moment. Enemy runs, so that's a lot of forces that just disappeared for free. We'll make sure that there's some creatures here. Like so. And then, yeah, Yogg is going to be ready to take this other castle on day 1. And remember, this is going to be an enemy with tons of spell power. Is that the best play? I think it is. Unless I find something else, I think that's going to be the best play for me. Okay. And we actually avoided having to deal with Aislinn because Aislinn's the one that's been teleporting all over this place. We're going to take Death's Gate for free. 6 of the Wraiths, no problems. And then that's actually a 5th level Mage Guild. That's going to give us the town portal. We can't use it because we don't have the wisdom, but it's going to give us a good opportunity. Let's just continue to roll with these bone dragons, liches, these black knights. I don't want to make any more upgrades. So we'll just do it like this. And then can we reach? We can. This is a knockout punch. If we can beat this guy, then I'm confident that the rest of the scenario will fall into place. Let's do it like this, where we let the rest of our troops get purchased here to just hold on to this area. No other purchases at this moment. And folks, I do believe that this is going to be the game. Let's make it happen, Captain. Okay. And even though these losses are terrible, absolutely horrible, we're still going to win. It's just not going to be very, very pretty at all. As far as things to concern ourselves with, really, the implosions are nuts. 100 spell points, that's what, 3 implosions? That's way more than I'd like to deal with. 12 bone dragons, where do they all keep coming from? But 7 attack, 5 defense versus my 19 and 13. I'm still definitely going to come out ahead. Can I get the Ancient Behemoths in here soon, though? That's really one of my big questions. What I wouldn't give for an anti-magic right about now. I could start to do some disrupting rays if I'd like to. I think I would. These bone dragons. Vampire Lords, thankfully, are not a huge stack this time. I don't know, 15 to 30 damage, 25 to 50, 120 HP, 150. But there's more Black Knights, so there's just more hit points there. We're going to start to work on them, and we'll see about damage we take here. There's a slow, which is lovely. The enemies are going to come out and fight us. I think that I just put myself in range. I did, so we're going to wait. Might as well attack the big beefy guys. Let's wait on these creatures. We might be able to haste the Ancient Behemoths and then get a little bit of a surprise attack out. Looks like not. These skeletons made it look like they were going to come and play. I suppose that they're just not going to. Did we already cast a spell? Yeah, we already did our Disrupting Ray, which is fine. Okay, and I'm gonna just plan on losing these Vampire Lords pretty quickly. But let's keep the Bone Dragons back. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because we're gonna use a haste as soon as we can. In fact, we do get to go first here. So let's do the haste on the Ancient Behemoths. Let's try and knock down this gate, because of course we do. And then we only have access to the Black Knights, but we're going to kill them almost outright, and that's going to be worth my time. The rest of these forces, I mean, we still got the Bone Dragons. They're going to do a ton of work helping these things go very, very much right. Bone Dragons against Bone Dragons. I think I like my chances there. Even though I'm slowed, these Black Knights are going to deal with these Vampire Lords. And I'm actually going to send my Vampire Lords back. I'm going to see if I can get through this defensive area and get into the Power Liches with these 13. That'd be pretty useful for me. Their 7 Vampire Lords goes down. It's always nice to see a stack of Vampire Lords goes down. If you can do that, you're having a real good time. I'm going to wait to dispel. I'm going to dispel on these Ancient Behemoths, but I'm going to wait until the enemies take their turn. I am happy. You can implosion my Power Liches all day if you want. I am okay with that. Make it happen. Doesn't hurt my feelings. You've left my Bone Dragons for me. You've left some of my other creatures. But maybe the most important thing is my Behemoths are going to do tons of damage. Bite of the Wraiths. I don't know. Which is better, the zombies or the Bone Dragons? 10 speed, 5 speed, 8 speed. We were 9 speed. So you got to kill the Bone Dragons so that way you get to go first next time. We do lose 4 Bone Dragons to these zombies. That gave me the ick. That gave me the absolute ick. Blech. Let's consider, what do we do here? I don't think that these Bone Dragons can kill these Liches, but I want them to try anyway. Yeah, I want them to try. We'll see. Maybe they can. 6 against 15. Close. Yeah, there was 42 HP left. So it was close, but not close enough. We'll kill most of the sack of zombies. We killed a bunch. Fire Shield. Nice use of the Fire Shield. You don't see the AI use Fire Shield very effectively often. Or at least I don't. Tell you what though, we're going to dispel that in just 1 second because I don't ever want to deal with that again. You know what else I don't want to deal with? Left turret, right turret. Call me crazy. I just don't want to see that happen. Oh, I can't dispel. Oh, because I don't have the water magic for it. That's a bit of a shame. I'm going to disrupting ray these gentlemen. Just die. Just get out of here. And then can I kill the whole stack? I don't think I can. Oh, I did it. And folks, it's going to cost us 1 of the ancient behemoths and 5 of the bone dragons. Really, the bone dragons at the end, that was just, gross. But we finally defeated Aislinn, Dead Man's Boots. Your master is going to wish that you'd given that over to him just a moment ago. And some additional spells. No worries. 2 castles. I don't think that there's anything up in this corner. And so now we just need to push down and push down hard. I'm going to send Gretchen up to explore this general area. But, I mean, other than that Freelancers Guild and this one, I might end up trading troops at the end. But for now, let's use the troops to fight and win. And then we'll see what else is left. It's going to be Septinia just being annoying. And I'm not going to go out of my way for the +1 spell power at this point. Yogg's power is not really in spells anyway. Let's see if, though, there is something over here that could be useful. Altar of Sacrifice, yeah, you're going to want to use that at the end, because I said that Yogg was going to have no problem getting up to level 30. We're at level 26. I don't know how that even happened. Truly, I don't even know how that happened. Somehow, he is just not picking up levels like I thought he would, or maybe thought he should. And I'm grateful that he's got, you know, a plan to eventually get up to level 30, but can you let me know what the plan is before I get very, very sad and just assume that there is no plan and that you're lying to me? Like, please, I just need to know. What's the plan? Septinia, I'm gonna work on that experience right now. Boof. Dead. And then let's just do our best to not kill all of the enemies before we get over to one of these Freelancers Guilds, before we get over to that Altar of Sacrifice in the upper corner. And there's, I don't know. Maybe I just need to find whatever hero is left over here. Oh, who is that? Tamika. Hey, it's Tamika. Good. Oh, 39 spell points. And really quickly, we are wrapping this up. I think that what we're going to do is this. We're going to leave Ghostwind. We're going to go defeat Tamika, and then we're going to come back. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Oh, and there's a tree right there, which is super good. You quickly call your army to a stop. As you stand at the edge of the Necromancer's newly claimed domain, you close your eyes and clench your fists, rage and hatred flowing through you. Despite your best efforts to raise an army to defeat these vile creatures, it seems you cannot work fast enough to stop their growing area of influence, unless I went in the other direction than you thought I would. Which is exactly what happened. You thought I was gonna zig, but instead I zagged. This guy is just going nuts. Sir, please come back. Please. It's gonna be a glorious victory. I'm gonna pick up this Black Shard of the Dead Knight. Gonna pick up this +1, go pick up the Tree of Knowledge, and now I'm just doing that thing where I try to make sure that future fights are not nearly so hard. Because I think it's clear to me anyway that the enemy is lost. I have won. I don't anticipate that there's going to be any major issues any longer. I'm gonna fight these Crusaders because who knows? More experience, sure, why not? +1 level, we're up to level 27. I swear that there was one more tree somewhere else. Maybe not. But I don't know when I'm going to come back for that tree in particular, so I'm just going to go up here. Just going to see, is there another hero I can send? Gold, nothing up here, okay. Black Dragons, let's go get those over the Freelancers Guild. And let's bring all the troops we can to the front, starting here with Zubin. Purchase everybody. And the whole reason why we're doing this is just so that way we can get experience for Yogg for later. It's going to be all these different castles is going to send their troops to the front. There's one here, one there. Nagash. going to do the same right there. Caitlin, your time has come to go up to here. So very, very far out of position. And this is really just kind of wrapping up. I think we can all tell that. So folks, yeah, pretty good start for Yogg. And it only cost me just a little tiny bit of my pride. I'm grateful that we were able to kind of save the playthrough. Again, save is kind of maybe like the wrong word considering the way that we saved the playthrough, but I'm happy that we were able to kind of get through it. That doesn't hurt my feelings nearly so bad as it could have. There's the other tree of knowledge. How do we get there? And so, yeah, I'm happy that the scenario we didn't have to restart because it saves me time, it saves you time. And again, I hope that I've built up enough goodwill. I hope that people are recognizing that, yeah, I am perfectly fine to restart a scenario. I have proven it so many times. Hours into playthroughs, I've been willing to restart them. I'm hoping that at this point we can just say, yeah, he'll do that when the time is necessary, but in order to save time right now, that's just not the play. So I appreciate your patience. If you're hoping to see these sort of deathless runs, I don't want to let you down, but I also do recognize it's almost midnight and it's a Monday night. And yeah, I just got stuff to do and I'd prefer to go to bed when I possibly can. It's a little bit of a struggle at times to make sure that I am doing well with my work and also making sure that I'm spending quality time with my family. Those are really my two priorities, but this is still something I sincerely enjoy doing. And so I'd like to make sure I give this my absolute best. And sometimes I feel like that means I have to make some sacrifices to some of the ways that we've done things in the past. I hope that people understand. I hope that it doesn't let anybody down, but if it does, I don't think I can avoid it at this point. Group of zombies are going to get attacked. And that's going to be another tree. That's level 28. Remember, we are still just about ready to overwhelm our enemies. I think we're going to leave... I don't know. I think that we're going to take... Let's see. These creatures. Like so. I think we're going to get... I don't know. I don't think I've ever used the Freelancers Guild like I'm about to use it. This might be a terribly weird idea. This might not work as well as I would have hoped, but I think I should be able to get most of the levels I need. We'll see. And then Caitlin's just here to make sure that we can find the enemy before they stop defending when they try and fight us. Did we get all these creatures? We're going to need Nagash. Purchase everybody. That's probably more experience there. Can we at least get one full level? That's really kind of what I'm going for here. Can I get one full additional level? Sure hope so. Oh geez, nobody's upgraded. All right, somebody else is gonna do that. Here. One quick thing for the channel, by the way, just while I'm thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it, but then I was searching for something to discuss. I mentioned before that we did hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I'm grateful for. I'm floored. It was actually in one of the playthroughs for Here's My Magic 3. It was the one where you're on the Titalian border. And it's Yogg. Yeah, Yogg is trying to... He's just gotten recruited into Duke Winston Baragas' army, and you have the long, convoluted deal where you have to go through these different barriers, and it's really fun, but it's a bit of a struggle. It's kind of an annoying map in some ways. It was the very first map, or the very first time that I kind of had the discussion about what my plans were with Heroes of Might and Magic and with YouTube in general. And it was in that moment that I more or less said, oh, Freelancers Guild is for... Blech. Okay, we're going to go to the artifacts. It was the first time that I realized that even if we never had anything special happen with the YouTube channel, that I was truly enjoying this as a hobby and having so much fun with this as a hobby. And I make no apologies about trying to continue to grow this hobby and do more with it. It's really a lot of fun for me. I truly enjoy making videos, and it's about a subject that I love. If I didn't love this game, I think that I would probably have a really tough time in making this video and spending the time, but I really do. I really do enjoy this game quite a bit. And so I can sacrifice creatures. Great. This is the one where I want to go to. Wait, what happened? And so, yeah, I want to make sure that I'm giving this my very best, because it's fun. It's fantastic. And with that goal of 1,000 subscribers, I asked myself what my plans are from here on out. And I kind of don't know. Like, I really kind of don't know what my plan is from here on out, because as far as goals, I've kind of met them. My goal was to do the very best I could and have a lot of fun with this and learn a bunch, and I did. And I feel like I could stop right now and I would still have met my goals and I would have still been successful. 100%. 100%. But I said in that other video about the one where Winston Baragas just recruited us in, I said then, and I kind of am saying it now, if it all ends tomorrow, then I'll be sad, but I'll also be just happy it happened. And it could end at any point, and you know, channel could die and I could just go back to having fun with my kids and my family and just doing what I did before, and that'd be awesome. That wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. But I could also continue to kind of work towards this goal of seeing what can be done with this channel and just kind of seeing where things can go. And we've made a lot of improvements over time. We've gotten better. We've done more things. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. I think I'm going to continue to do this. But I don't really know where it's going to go, and I don't know where it's going to end. Will it end? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. So in the meantime, I want to avoid the meme of, hey, this guy worked really hard to get monetized and now he got monetized on YouTube and now he just monetizes everything. Like the second he gets the opportunity to make money, he does. Because I didn't start with the plan of making money. I started with the plan of having a really fun hobby. And at this point, I've decided that, look, if I can make money doing this, I might as well. I think I kind of would owe it to my family. It just makes sense to me in that regard. If I can make money for them in some way, shape, or form, I might as well. So I hope that nobody feels like I am betraying what originally brought me here to Heroes of Might and Magic. It was never my intention. My intentions have always been good. But I am monetizing. At this point, it's going to be 4 ads on a long video. If it's a 3-hour video, then there's an ad at about the 45-minute mark, and then an ad about halfway through, and then an ad at like the 3rd mark. I don't want to have more than 3 ads because I hate ads and I don't want to do that to you. But if you enjoy the content enough to watch for 3 hours, I figure that you're going to be okay with, you know, not watching an ad necessarily, but like skipping through it. Probably doesn't hurt you too bad just to skip through it. I don't want to tell you how to do your business, but I'm hoping that this isn't seen as greedy by me, because I'm not trying to be greedy, but I figure I can do this, and this is an opportunity that's been afforded to me. I feel like I might as well. So if you have any advice or feedback on everything that I've just kind of mentioned there, I'm very much happy to hear it. I worry because I don't want to alienate people, and again, I don't want people to think that I'm just here for some sort of cash grab. That'd be maybe the worst thing. That really would be maybe the worst thing, but I'd like to be able to have my family be proud of me, and hey, take my kids out for ice cream as often as possible. So for everybody that's financially supported the channel up to this point, I sincerely thank you. It's not lost upon me. I don't know if I necessarily should say who some of those financial backers have been, because I don't want to put them in a weird spot. But I know who you are, and I'm sincerely grateful for it. Whether it's through Twitch subscriptions, whether it's through like just direct to the PayPal. Whatever the case is, I sincerely appreciate it. I'm floored that people appreciate what I'm doing here enough that they think it's worth some sort of monetary backing. Because, again, for somebody that didn't plan on even having a second video at one point, it's pretty humbling to be here, really. So, okay. Thank you for letting me go on that little tangent. It's been a thought that's been kind of percolating here, because on the one hand, you want to recognize the growth that the channel has had, but you also want to be humble about it. And it's been a conversation I haven't been sure about how I'm going to approach, but I think I did that about as good of justice as I could have hoped. It didn't go really the way I really wanted to, but we got somewhere with it. Hopefully all that makes sense, and hopefully I'm not coming off as conceited. Yeah, hopefully not. Folks, this scenario is just about over. Clavius is wasting time. We just gave over so many troops at the altar of sacrifice, and we didn't actually level up. Yogg the Barbarian, what is wrong with you, dude? We're pretty, I don't want to say we're pretty close, but we're getting closer. All right, let's just go finally kill these guys. Could you imagine if all of my messing around cost me the scenario? I mean, it definitely is going to cost me in terms of final score. Like, absolutely, my final score, like if I was going for an Archangel in this campaign, yeah, it's not happening anymore, bud. So, but hey, at least Yogg's going to be nice and shiny with his big army. 24 of these, 24 of these Ancient Behemoths. And so long as there's no enemies that have gotten like behind me, we should be okay. No losses. Gerwolf goes down. How about this guy? I'm gonna accept this. Collar of Conjuring, sure. And there's our +1. Hey, we did it. Mission accomplished. All of the sweat and blood and tears was worth it. Let's make sure that we purchase all these troops here. It's not many, but it might be enough to... Holy there's a ton of troops there. Jeez. All right, just in the interest of getting out of this scenario, I think that this should be enough to defeat whoever this is. And I think that this is the last enemy. It's Ash. Is Ash dead? Ash is dead. Is the game over? Game's not over yet. All right. Well, we're tracking down that final person, and once we find them, it's going to be GG. So, it's currently, I mentioned it's Monday. It's about midnight here, which is part of the reason why I'm trying to get out of this scenario as quick as I can. Ooh, that's pretty fun. There's a hero there, but I want to figure out who's in this prison here. Lots of ghost dragons. Gurnison's just going to send those troops over, and then we'll go on from there. But I do plan on streaming tomorrow. In fact, this video is going to be posted probably about the time that the video starts streaming. Yeah, I'm probably going to post this video about the time I start streaming tomorrow. It's going to be a Tuesday stream. I don't usually do those, but occasionally it's pretty nice. And I'm really stuck on doing Heroes too when I do my streams. It's just the stream that makes me the happiest. So I hope that everybody here will understand that it just makes me happy to do it. I'm really glad we never ran into Zai. Wow, that could have been bad. Could have been really bad. Let's trade here. And here. And what's this? Hold on. Hold on. If I could get 15 Cyclops Kings, I could get something nifty. I mean, the last thing that was nifty was the Targa, the Rampaging Ogre, for the +1 defense that didn't even last, so it couldn't have been that good. And folks, that's Tan being vanquished. I'm looking forward to streaming. I'm looking forward to doing more Heroes 3. I'm looking forward to actually completing the rest of the Shadow of Death. And once I complete the Shadow of Death, I am going to ignore Restoration of Erathia or Armageddon's Blade. We'll come back to those at a later date. I've been asked to go into the Horn of the Abyss campaigns, Jeremy's campaign, and then I guess it's Beatrice who does Factory. As much as possible, I do want to get those in. I want to be mostly done with Heroes 3 by the time that Olden Air comes around, and we'll see what that looks like, but we'll just have to wait and see. So if I kind of put some of these other games to the side a little bit so I can do Heroes 3 and just kind of get it taken care of, that's what I'd like to do, because Heroes 3 is a wonderful game and it deserves all of my attention. It truly does. Folks, we are here. I'm going to just save something new here. I'm just going to save as Fix Fox. It didn't make an actual save file for this deal. I hope it will for the next scenario, because it's really nice to be able to go back just in case there's a major problem. But that's going to be another thing for another day. This was the scenario Harvest. We are now on to Gathering the Legion, where Crag Hack is going to take it from here. He's going to either have gold, he's going to have a mage guild, or he's going to have equestrian gloves. But that is going to be another story for another day. Until I see you again, folks, please take very good care of yourselves. I am grateful for all that I have. I'm grateful for all the nice, wonderful people I get to spend quality time with. So please, until I see you again, look after you, look after your friends, look after your family, take very good care of you and those that you love, because if you don't, who will? Until I see you again, my name is Fix Fox, and I'm out. Bye-bye.